Angelfish. Look at. Whoa. I know. I'm dressed in you, Angelfish. I'm an Angelfishy. How are you? Let me just get... Hi, Miss Southern Belle. How are you? What's going on? I'm not quite sure yet what's going on. I just got on, so I'm not sure. Been up for a few hours. Did not get a glimpse of the moon last night. It was too cloudy for me, but that's okay. You're going to be back in a bed, Angelfish? Thank you. Where are you, Miss Southern Belle? I'm in Northeast Ontario, Canada. Oh, nice. You're new here. That's okay. Thank you for being here. You're in Marietta, Georgia. Right? Well, that I've never been to Georgia, but on my channels, I have people in Georgia. I'm not sure if my sister's been to Georgia. You do know people in Canada? Right on. My sister lived in Mississippi for a while. And I say lived, she worked out of Mississippi, so she was based out of there for a while. Yeah, I'm from Quebec originally, so I have the French as well. You know Mrs. Green Thumb? Right on, I don't know that channel. Like the Green Thumb though. It's funny because for me, most of my viewers and even channels that I view are majority in the United States and the UK. I have some Canadians, but not a lot. Not a lot at all. She's in Canada. I'll check it out later. That's easy to remember. Mrs. Green Thumb. I can remember that. No, oops. Yeah, Mrs. Green Thumb too. Yesterday we went to the lake and we're almost at the midpoint between winter solstice and spring, and just the buds and that recognition for Mother Nature that, the cycle in the winter still has growth. It's awesome. Georgia, does that mean it's warm for you right now? For us, it was about -32 with the wind chill this morning, Celsius. So it's a pretty cold. Peacock, let it shine. It's 39 Fahrenheit there. Wow, that's pretty cold for you guys. Yikes. Peacock spirit, let it shine. Whoop, whoop. (12:08) January 28th. I'm going to read it. Yeah, it is quite lovely here. I'm going to hold up the peacock feathers at the same time. And have a drink of coffee. Multitasking. Peacock spirit, let it shine. When is the last time you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit yearning for expression, and you are called now to show the world the gorgeous creature you are. For the manifestation of spirit says, come out from the shadows. Peacock spirit says, show your true colors so that others could be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. See the feathers? East meets west, baby. I got you in my hands, angel fish. Rawr. I got Trixie right in front of me, Kansas, like all around. It's amazing. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with the life force energy and sparkling light. You are channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it to shimmer and dance in celebration of your good fortune of being here right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others get up and dance along with you. You okay, little peacock?
Mm-hmm. Peacock.
It's 9/11 for you, 12/11 for me, sweetie. Thank you. 91, I'm at 97. Okay, I'm going to read the protection message. Are you afraid of dancing with abandon because of what you think others might think? Do you think you've been punished? Do you think you may be punished, if you shine too brightly? Have you been conditioned to expect to be hurt if you show yourself fully to the world? Maybe not everyone will celebrate your beautiful radiance when you shine, and that's okay. Peacock Spirit is here to remind you that while others may resist celebrating the beauty within them, although they may contract while you expand, shake your tail feathers anyway. Smile and keep dancing. Model the good fortune and the abundant joy that's yours. And soon someone will say me too and join you. Spirit loves you so much and wants you to enjoy the dance. Shine your light.
Trying another flavor.
Lily Rose is like into the lollipop shop here.
I'm trying another
Angel
flavor.
Fishy. Lollipops for breakfast. Lollipops for breakfast. I love on Instagram yesterday your comment was, I'll canoe to you if I have to.
Let's try root beer.
Just gonna have a root beer one, Angel Fish. I tried a blue one yesterday. It didn't last for long. I like the word lollipop better than the actual
That tastes like
thing.
root beer.
Oh yeah? I might try a root beer one though. Who knows, right?
You don't like root beer.
I do.
You do?
Well, no, I don't, but
You don't like fizzy stuff.
a lollipop's not fizzy. Is it?
No, but
Okay.
it tastes like root beer.
Okay.
This is Indian root beer.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop,
Oh, la, 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 la. Think that'll get flagged?
Yep.
Oh, well. If I get flagged, then maybe I'll come back. Maybe I won't. I love that song. Hi, Road Trip Betty. I pulled the peacock and here you are. Boom. Hey, 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 hey. How are you, Eddie? Let it shine. How's it going? 12:14 Eastern Time. Boom! Road Trip Eddie comes in with cap lock saying, oh my God, I was singing that to Mika. Yeah. And I haven't heard that song for a decade or more. It just came out of nowhere and then I tuned in. Eddie, that's one of my most, I send that song like a freaking radar beacon. Why? Because it's cute. That's it. And that's awesome. Too connected. I know, Eddie. Get out of my head. Oh my God. Don't send me DJ songs in my head. Oh, yes, I will. We all will. Sometimes it's so trippy. Just actually the minute before you came in, you were singing it. Right on. You know what's awesome too is Angel put up the link because I said lollipop because Lily Rose is eating a root beer lollipop. When's the last time you had a root beer, Eddie? And I pressed on the link because I knew I just wanted to hear the beat because I do listen to that song all the time. One of my favorite soundtracks to just listen to is the Stand By Me soundtrack, and it has Lollipop on it. So you don't even know where it came from, just out of nowhere. Like when you create a song, right on, Eddie. Well, Lily Rose grabbed the lollipop. It's in the timestamp. I've been on for 15 minutes, so we just started talking about lollipops.
It's root beer.
It's root beer, the one she
tastes
has.
like root beer.
And yesterday in the live stream, I talked about lollipops a little bit too, Eddie. So it's like in the air, like a lot. You know what I mean? You too, Angelfish, the Stand By Me soundtrack, you get it, eh? Another soundtrack I like to listen to is just because it's all there, right? Gonna have a playlist. And the Forrest Gump one, because it's got so many just eras, like boom, boom, boom of music, right? Pull the Whale, Trust the Great Mystery, 6 and 5. 6 and 4 and 6 and 5, double sixes. 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, The Flow. Yeah, Miss Southern Belle. Root beer lollipops. Sounds good, eh? Yeah, we were talking about marbles yesterday as well, because marbles is an awesome memory. Hey, Jansu. Jansu, look, I pulled the peacock. Yesterday, I got a package from Angelfish, and look at the feathers that I got, Jansu. Whoop, whoop. And I've been pulling the peacock. I pulled it last night or whenever. I don't know if it's during the day or whenever. Yesterday. Oh, the peacock was so far away. Yes, 4, 5, 6, The Flow, Love Light Shining. It's awesome. A lot of flipping of numbers when my syncs, like when I check my phone. So like let's say it's like, I don't know, 11:44. It's flipping a 45 for me. And I love that because it's like an accelerated, like the flip is right there. Flip on a dime, like boom, boom, boom. It's awesome to look at certain numbers and have certain numbers, but if they don't flip, if they don't change, if certain things don't, like why? I'm getting a lot of the straights, right? 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 in my numbers, Love Light or anyone, whatever. If you check like when my videos stream, like the numbers, a lot of like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of thing, like sometimes doubled. The numbers are solid of the streams. It's pretty cool. Road Trip Betty says, yeah, I think my neighbor even heard me as he was outside smoking, and I figured he thought I was crazy, but I don't even care what others think anymore. Yeah, sing like nobody's listening. But you know what, Eddie? Especially now, one of the most precious things is to feel anybody that's that's comfortable and enjoy. That's why, you know, the Peacock comes out like every single day, and we're here to encourage each other to share our joy and hold space for each other when it's not so freaking joyous too, right? That's allowed, it's okay, and it's good. It's good. It's really good. But nothing's more endearing to me than hearing people outside right now. Seriously, I was up at when I did that live stream, before the live stream, it was like 4 something, I don't know. And you know, I could hear somebody walking down the street kind of talking to themselves and the dog that they had, and it's nice, right? I don't know if you saw it last year when lockdown started, Eddie. There was a video in Italy that had gone viral. It was so like, you know, the feeling of it when lockdown started and one person was singing in their window, and then in the windows a lot of other people started to sing as well. So don't underestimate the power of Lollipop. You know what I mean? It's something that's so like you said, you hadn't heard it for a decade. It just came up in you. You started singing it to Mika. The neighbor might have heard you when he was having a smoke, but that song and the childlike vibration of it, Eddie, is so needed right now. The whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Miss Southern Belle, I like Hotel California. Right on. Road Trip, that was like when I listened to the radio as a kid and I would hear that song in my head, and then within a minute, boom, it was on the dial. My first confirmations as a teen and as a preteen. I as well, Eddie. And I remember, because this was back in the day, if you wanted to make a mixtape, you know, you actually had to put an effort and give a fuck and be dedicated. You know, that's the difference of certain things at your fingertips. You just fucking press. If it don't work one day, you bitch about the system that don't work and you go back and look later. When we had to make a mixtape in the 80s, we worked for that shit. You know what I mean? Listening to radio stations over and over to get the perfect, like, the song. Radio stations sometimes cut off the song. You know, like, it was dedication to make a mixtape. And I remember, Eddie, when I saw the patterns of when I thought of a song and I was detached from the yearning of wanting to hear it, or the needing, like being angry if I didn't hear it because I didn't have time, I didn't want to wait. It took longer for me to hear the song, sometimes days, man. Or it would be that thing where I would be listening to the top 20 to get the number 8 song because, you know, it is number 8. That's it. I know. And then boom, when number 8 song comes on, shit hits the fan, the dog wants to go outside, your little sister's bitching for fucking craft dinner, and you miss song number 8. Because the attachment was there. So I started to really understand manifestation young, where a wish thrown into the universe that has zero attachment, but that's really sincere, just happens. But as soon as like I want this, I want this, I want this, it took longer. Does that make sense, Eddie? Road Trip says, love you all. Hi, everyone. Hope your week has been great. Happy Thursday. Happy freaking full moon in Thursday, January 28th, 12:23 Eastern Time. 123, 123. Boom, again. 92% battery. Hi, Michelle Canham Free. How are you, Michelle Lee?
Bubblegum? No.
Yes, everybody welcome Miss Southern
Bubblegum
Belle.
is not
She's
good.
new. She's in Georgia. Whoop, whoop. Thanks for chatting with us, Southern Belle. I love it.
Bubblegum is not good.
Michelle Canham Free says, I just missed that wee hours in the morning live stream. Disappointed. Michelle, that was like a weird, like, me being kind of...
It was very short.
It's very short. And if you really look at it, that's why I went inside to look at it. There's only a bit of content near the end, for real. It was really short. I was guided... It was for the cards. It was for White Buffalo Calf Woman. and I pulled the rhino. Overcome any obstacle. The obstacle is the way. Just face it. That's it. And I was just guided to come in, pull those as that energy, that timestamp. And that's it. As soon as that was pulled and I read it, I was like, I'm out of here. I'm done. That's all I came for. It's cool.
Okay, now I'm trying banana, pineapple, lemon. At least that's what it says.
Thanks for saying that, Eddie. I love you, Genevieve. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your presence as well,
Sorry.
Eddie, and everyone. I'm grateful for you. Keep shining, please.
8 out of 10.
There's nothing to bounce off of shining if nobody else is dancing. We pivot each other right now, eh? Hey, Nicholas with cap locks. Hello, Genevieve. How are you? How's your day, eh? It's 12:25 Eastern Time. Oh my gosh, angelfish. Dude, you say, how was the mischief last night? Was the fairies good to your kitty? Yeah. I wouldn't say, like, ain't gonna lie, angelfish. You know what I mean? I was kind of worried that it's gonna be like, whoa. But it was just like, oh, wow. Yeah, he was jumping around and just his watching the cat watch orbs and such things is the trippiest, coolest thing. It's like he's watching like a video game, eh? Like, and meanwhile, I'm like, I can't catch up to where he's going, like, and then all of a sudden he pounces. It's awesome, angelfish. Yeah, Eddie, you remember, eh? Cassettes, sound checks, mic placement. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, right on, Jansu. You want to get a whale tattoo on your arm? Oh, I remember the day I sat on the porch snapping beans, listening to my mom. Mr. Sandman, boom, love light shining. Dude, that is such a sync. Thank you. Is that the song you put up, Angelfish? I don't want to get flagged by going to press on videos. Right on. Michelle says, yeah, I loved mixtapes made for me. I know, eh? I met my husband on the internet in 1998, 2 different countries, and he'd mail me the mixtapes. Nice memory. You're welcome. It is a cool memory, eh? And I consider Spotify playlist a mixtape. I really do. So, yeah. I would not just court just anybody and give them a whole playlist. I totally get it, Michelle. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. That's epic. I know, Angelfish. Your son is 25 today. Holy shitballs. Happy birthday. You put my son's 25 today at 12:24, so it's like 24:25 on my screen for me.
Sam is almost 24.
Yeah, Sam's gonna be 24 in April. Love Light, thanks for saying that. Couldn't sleep at all last night. Means a powerful moon tonight. I as well. I went to bed. I slept for 2 to 3 hours. I don't know. Lily Rose actually woke up first. Love Light. So, you know, when she's affected, different. It's a whole other level of knowing as well, if you know what I mean. And at first I didn't check the time, and then when I did, it was 2:14, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I thought it was like 5 or 7 a.m., right? Like just before dawn. So we tried to go back to sleep, and then it just didn't work, and I don't know how long we stayed up. Long enough to go back to bed and be sleeping.
We stayed up for like an hour.
Yeah.
We woke up at 3:33.
Okay. Yeah, when we got out of bed. Anyways, all of it. But yeah. And not a yucky feeling of like insomnia, I want to turn over and not sleep. Just more of an accepting feeling and okay. Let's just get up. And I found it, Love Light Shining, to be a very just serene, calm energy. That thing of being guided to do a live stream, but it didn't, there was nothing to partake of it because I go for the bones, of what's in the comments, and there was none. But as soon as I pulled White Buffalo Calf Woman, I was like, oh, okay, it's just a card pull and throw it out. Like I could have done a video and it would have been more rewarding than spending 20 minutes wondering, like, why did you fucking ask me to do a live stream? And everything goes with the timestamps as well, and the time that I was asked to pull her. So everything happens for a reason, right? I'm just the conduit. Oh, man. Right on, Miss Southern Belle. Well, thank you so much for coming in with us. I appreciate it. It's fun. Really grateful for you. Must go. Gonna clean my house. Thanks for having me. Have a super cleaning time. Listen to some old lollipops, see? Aww. Hey, Corey Reeves, you coming in with all this blue energy. Peacock, let it shine. The whale, trust the great spirit. How are you, Corey? $11 in the chat. Boom. Double ones. Thank you, Road Trip Eddie. I totally agree with that. He says, dudette, I shine because, cap locks of you. It's a recharge thing without dependency. Boom. Yeah. I screenshot that, Eddie. I hope I remember that. I need that. That's it. It's a recharge thing without dependency. As soon as the dependency feeling is there on one level, it's felt in the frequency, and that's exactly it. It's a recharge thing without the dependency. What's the word? I read it the other day. Everybody sending love to Alex. Boom, Michelle Canham free. 1228. We are the 28th. I love elephants. Okay. Me too. Elephants in the morning. Yeah, you get it, eh, Michelle? Absolutely. A playlist is the modern day mixtapes. Uh-huh. Yep. I have my playlists my certain way, and I know my timelines, and like just, yeah. It's a mixtape of certain stuff. And that's why I was saying, like I've been saying for the last, I don't know, since the 22nd, we're the 28th, so for the last 6 to 5 days, how because of like a perception changes and just certain things, certain playlists, mixtapes just don't, do the same thing. So searching for a lot of new music or being guided to a lot of new music right now. It's like a quest to fulfill the different frequency that I want because of all the changes, as above, so below. It's cool. Michelle says, I saw 333 last night, but I was awake and cleaning. That happened to you today, too, Morgan? Woke up at 3:31. Thank you. The 13 is so prevalent right now, eh, Morgan? Oh my gosh. Michelle says, I had my sons 15 years apart. I have a 20-year-old. I have a 23-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 9-year-old. Ooh, nice. 20 and 5. Five's the best. Oh, that's so fun.
I'm a 5.
Nicholas says, I'm consistently good. Having a peaceful day. Just made a cuppa now. How goes it in Canadian land? A. You didn't add the A, Nicholas. How goes it in Canadian land? A. It goes really good. Not sure what the heck happened to the blue skies, but oh well. And I like that, the way you wrote that. I'm consistently good. Consistency is everything, eh? Hey, Nicholas, it really is. I love that word, consistency. And the word consistency, it's more than a word. The action, right? The action of consistency. It's cool. It's not even necessary really to have your discernment radar up really anymore. Just if something's consistent, it's real. If not, it's not. Right? Michelle, consistency is key. Yes. Consistency is key. Like, that's it. Thank you for saying that, Love Light. Me too. Lots of ear activations over the past few days. Ring, ring, powerful. I would say ring, ring. Crackin' poppin' as well. Just different. A lot of different ear. Thank you, Nicholas. Worry is wasteful and useless in times like these. To quote Julie, yeah. My hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are my own. Yeah. Thanks, Nicholas. I love Jewel. Oh, Michelle. Hey, Nicholas. My eldest son is Nicholas. Yeah, Corey. Not killed a whale for sure. You chillin' too? You feeling groovy, Eddie? Right on. Da-da-da-da-da. Feeling groovy. I like those words. Nice, peaceful, relaxing day.
I have
Love
decided
lights?
to keep these wrappers.
Cool. I love wrapper keeping. There's so much you can do with them. Love Light says, Nicholas transcends. You're an amazing soul. Yeah, for sure. You're buffering again, Michelle? Huh. Nicholas and Nathaniel? Ooh, I like that. Nathan. Boom. Did you see the orb go by when I got all happy because I read the word Nathaniel and Nathan? That's a super sync to Nathan Wagner, one of the stuff that I got in my playlist, etc., has a new song coming out at midnight.
You're not lighting or dwitzing.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Nicholas, my hands are small, I know, but they're not yours. They are mine own. And I'm never broken. Yeah, no, I'm never broken. I get bruised as fuck, but I don't break. I just get really bruised. It's all good. Nice sync, buffering Buffalo Corey. Ooh, nice, Michelle. I've had Jules' song Intuition in my head for a week. I've had the one that Nicholas put up, and You Were Meant for Me. Singing that song randomly just for fun. I like the beat, the way that it flows. Eddie, yep, I have solar recharge to hold me in between charges. Yeah, solar. The animals. I love it, Eddie. You get it. Michelle, one of the lyrics in the song Intuition by Jewel, follow your heart, your intuition. It will lead you in the right direction. Exactly. Your true north.
Mom,
Your true north.
can you turn up the other mango?
Yep, did you get it out?
Yeah.
I'm going to be behind in the comments a bit, but dirty bit. I gotta go cut a mango.
I'm reacting to the comments I can see while I'm doing this. Oh, wait. I'm seeing a lot of unicorn emojis.
You feeling encouraged there?
How is it already tilted? Oh, it's a little bit more flexible. Oops.
Nice unicorn thingy, eh? I'm just gonna catch up with the comments. Jansu says, what's up, bruh?
What's up, bruh?
Thank you, Morgan. I got enough of a confirmation yesterday, so thank you. Yes, Love Light, repeating numbers every single day. Thank you as well. Michelle says, Michelle, my 5-year-old has not spoken yet. Life has been challenging and beautiful. That's interesting. Thanks for saying that, Michelle. I've heard a lot about those children, but I've never met one myself. But I remember reading and having certain knowings come through about the crystal children and the golden children, and how some would choose to not speak at all. And I completely understand, and like I resonate with what you say. Like yeah, I get it. I get it. Nicholas, consistency is the way something feels and flows to me. Exactly. Feels and flows. It's all about how it feels and flows. If there's no feels or flows, where the fuck he goes? Like, right? Up, up, and away. Find the feels and flows. It is an incredible time to be alive, Michelle. I see my goofs. Good one, Eddie. I see my goofs. You must be special to be here. They didn't just let anyone in, you know. It's a great time to be alive. And Nicholas says, you gotta be special to be here. They didn't just let anyone in, you know. Pa-dum-pum. Good one, Nicholas. I love it. They didn't just let anyone in, you know. That is the most positive fucking thing I've heard, like, since forever and a day. They didn't just let anyone in. Oh, motherfucker. Thanks, Michelle. She's very, you can tell even if she's off screen, and boom, later she comes on screen. Ooh, nice. Michelle says, interesting. We call Murphy's Law Wagner's Way in my house. Nice. Love light shining. Lily is a star seed. She will change the world. Just watch. Yup. And Nova is a part of that. Whether it be near or far, me not know, but Nova is a part of that. Big time. Shivers head to toe as I say that. Oh, nice. Road trip, Eddie. I'm going to ask for that to come into my reality by itself, or I'll find it. Robin Zanner and Cheap Trick released a new song last night. It's catchy, worth more coming. A nice ballad is coming soon, too. Thanks for that. Thank you, Eddie. Ooh, Nicholas, Foolish Games is one of my favorite Jewel songs. Thank you. I forget that song. I haven't listened to it in so long. It's a good time to listen to Foolish Games, actually. A lot of like stuff fooling around. So, Michelle, I'm Canadian-y. Yeah. No, like, goodbye for now. Thanks, Love Light Shining. Have a super day. So I'm Canadian, but I live in Wisconsin now. So I just bought a Midwest famous root beer. Boom. Lily Rose had a root beer lollipop as we came in. Root beer. That is flavored with real maple syrup. Gotta represent. Yes, yesterday we were talking about pancakes, and Lily Rose insisted on always adding Canadian maple syrup. And it's just like, I've never had any other kind of maple syrup. Like, why you gotta say Canadian? Of course it's Canadian. It's like, what province is it from? Is it like the best from Quebec maple syrup, or, you know, was it tapped along the way, right? Where was it tapped? Oh, Midwest, not Mud West. I don't know, I like mud, so. Road Trip says he grew up in Wisconsin, small town near Green Bay. Green Bay Sink. I saw somebody with a Green Bay mask the other day, Eddie, and was talking to her about football and stuff. It's a good conversation starter. How you doing, Psycho Beats? Oh, nice. No way. Michelle says I'm in Oshkosh. We go to Green Bay all the time. Oshkosh is a place? Ooh, I know Oshkosh. Seymour and Howard here. Right on. Oshkosh. We never knew that was a real place. Yeah, Michelle is from Ontario, Canada, Eddie. We actually lived and hung out in the same places. I never lived in St. Catharines, but I lived there. I was there so much, I almost did. So Michelle is like one of the only people through my channel that, you know, we've stepped in exactly the same places for real. Like legit. For real. So we share the same waters and the same falls. Her name is Michelle, M-I-C-H-E-L-E, and so am I, Eddie. And not a lot of people keep just the...
It's all gone. I can't hear it anymore. Well, not long now.
Michelle says, Eddie, I'm from Ontario, Canada, but I met my husband in 1998 in a chat room, and he was in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. That's a super sync because I'm near Manitoulin Island. I'm just a few hours away from Manitoulin Island. How are you, Mark G? How's your day going? Have a super day, Jansu. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Michelle. Love you, sweetie. Hi, L for Self. Greetings and salutations to all. Road Trip Eddie says Manitowoc. Yup, 2 rivers. It's a nice area. Wintry, too cold for me, but I have many awesome memories up there. In the fall, we'd go for a drive down the country and pick the cherries. Nice. Right at the edge of the Great Lakes. Yeah, that gives me shivers everywhere. I'm a Great Lakes person, so... Nicholas, I love you so much. The ones that didn't make the cut get to watch the shit show. The ones that didn't make the cut. Oh my god. You make me feel like star player there, Nicholas. I swear to fuck balls. Yes, she is love. Thank you, Michelle. She is. I'm very blessed. Oh, for self, welcome to the greatest show on earth. No wonder you have a top hat, sweetie. Oh my gosh. Swear to God. Yup, Michelle says, growing up, we'd pour hot Quebec maple syrup into clean snow, wrap it up in a popsicle stick. Blâtir sur la neige. Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time, but Nicholas, I'm gonna make some bacon wrapped jalapenos with cream cheese and Gruyere cheddar cheese. Ooh, Gruyere. Nice. Not really crazy about jalapenos, but I would eat that. Cheese and bacon. Cheese and bacon. Oh well, if there's a freaking jalapeno in the middle for some reason. I guess you gotta use something to stuff the cheese, right? Nicholas? Oh man, that's funny. Yes, we both have the Michelle with one L. Hey, Witch Moon. Hang on, let me get... Hey, Witch Moon. Oh, butt lickers. One more. Oh man, I can't help myself. I love Witch Moon. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys did that. That's so awesome. How's your day going now? Hi Danny, I see you down there. I'm just gonna catch up with the comments. You're frying potatoes and eggs? Alright, I'm so hungry now. Oh no, here I go. The hunger train has just fucking departed the building. Get on board. What else are y'all eating so that I can like make y'all be salivating? Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Elfer Self says, yeah, Nick, and the earth is the stage. Action. Yes, it's not a dress rehearsal. Have your best costumes. Wear that. Just do it. Michelle says, I dressed my eldest son in Oshkosh Bagosh overalls 18 years ago, knowing there was actually an Oshkosh, and I'd end up living there. Dude, you just informed me because I didn't know there was an Oshkosh place. But that's something that's how my life is sometimes, in the sense of like, holy crap, the full circle of something and the names and stuff. I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, Nicholas, everything you ever want, everything you ever need is right there in front of you. Welcome to the greatest show. It is. It really is. I was thinking last night of how, like, you know, humans are doing that thing where they're like, oh my God, send me an angel, like, nobody loves me. And then boom, you know, you get your wish. And then, like, yeah, it's not going the way that the exchange with God was going. It's not a dress rehearsal. Consistency matters. Right on, Eddie. I'm really glad if you're feeling the calling. I'm synced to go south and eastern Great Lakes, so big time. Yeah, my soul floats there forever and ever and ever. Same. I get it, Eddie. Michelle, Gruyere was my favorite cheese. My first husband was a chef. Right on. Michelle Canham Free says, Eddie, what a crazy sync to meet you here today. Eddie is like, that's it. That's it. From the beginning, in the beginning there was Eve. She started a channel and boom, Road Trip Eddie was there. Just, and like he said earlier, I screenshotted what he said because I had said, you know, please keep dancing and showing it because we light each other up, right? That's not what I wanted to see. We light each other up. We really do. How did you write it, Eddie? I know I screenshot that shit. I shine because of you. It's a recharge thing without dependency. So we elevate each other. Witch Moon, you guys knew and laughed about it. That's what made it even better. Just finding it, seeing the thing, then Angelfish telling me that you guys laughed about it together, and then about a half an hour later, Lily Rose realizing she could press underneath and that the laughing was there. So the stages of it, you know what I mean? It was just, and now Lily Rose chose to put it like right there, right? So like right there. So you're right over my shoulder. I'm wearing the bathing suit that Angelfish sent me, so I'm feeling pretty groovy. Got PJs, Danny, and a Windows headdress. Yeah, Michelle says, I never knew there was an Oshkosh either when I lived in Canada. Divine Intervention brought me here. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine the Divine Intervention name place that I'm going to be brought to. If you can be brought to an Oshkosh, oh but gosh. Oh but gosh, I wonder. Woo. I already can't make this shit up about certain things anyways, so. And I say that in the bestest way ever. Making oatmeal and nanners and tea, of course. Right on, Witch Moon. Witch Moon says, when I tell people I'm a Great Lakes girl myself, I feel like the wizard from The Wizard of Oz when he says I'm an old Kansas boy myself. I totally get it. I totally get it. Yup. I love you, Witch Moon. Michelle, happy to see so many bright, shiny spirits here today. I wish I could have stayed. Subbed when I first subbed eons ago. I've missed so much, I see. No way. You can't be late to the tea party, Michelle. You always come in just in time. That's it. That's it, that's all. You're here now, baby. You're here now. Witch Moon, good point. Well said. I think I'm probably more like Dorothy than any of them, but I have played every part. Yes, exactly. We play every part. That's important, Witch Moon. I remember in my life, like, you know, like a movie like Mean Girls, or where people are mean or people are a bully. And everybody watches the movie and everybody acts like they're the ones that would be bullied. And it's just like, I just don't get it. Like, doesn't a bully know they're a bully? That they're the ones? And then, I don't know, it just, that don't make sense. You know? Like, if you can't admit that you've been a narcissist at one point in your life, and that you were a fucking bully at one point, at least, then that don't make sense to me. Because I played every role. You know, people think I'm sweet because I'm sweet. Yeah, I'm sweet because I freaking work at it. And I choose to go towards instead of where, you know? Know thyself. But, you know, I've played the evil stepmother. I never thought I would. But I played the yucky mom. We've played every part, right? So the whole victimhood of it only happens to me and all that, like, okay, you know, even if it's just a little part, you can understand what it's like to be in certain shoes. You know what I mean? Michelle, divine timing, I call it. Yeah, I'm good with divine timing. I'm the coolest dork, though. I'm worth every wooden nickel. Yeah, Michelle, we've all had dark nights of the soul. We've all said things we were, wouldn't have wished to say that way. We've all done actions we didn't want to do and wish we had done different and blah, 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 blah. Like, it's all just stories. Like, rewrite the script, right? How do you want to be now? Who are you now? It's not about what you were, it's about what you do now. Consistency. Nicholas, I'm that new plasma gamma light shit. Never go out of shine brighter and get lighter. No longer fighter, I'm a delighter. Our bond brings us tighter, flying through the sky like a glider, heart fire. Boom, I read that in one shot almost. That was nice, Nicholas. I'm a new plasma gamma light shite. I like light shite. Never go out, shine brighter and get lighter. No longer, shit, the screen moved. No longer a fighter, I'm a delighter. Our bond brings us tighter, flying through the sky like a glider, heart fire. That's nice, Nicholas. I just read as I go, eh? Can you tell? Boom, Witch Moon. Thank you. I was the bully's bully. I protected people, but I have bullied people. It's yucky. Oh, man. Thank you. Yeah, I was the bully's bully. I'll still be the bully's bully right now. In a heartbeat. Blessed be the protectors, for they shall be called sons of God, Witch Moon. Blessed be the protectors, for they shall be called sons of God. That's it. I never bullied somebody that I didn't have to use that in a certain way in the moment because it was all I knew at the time. Survival mode, right? Survival mode. Boom, Michelle says, crazy sync. My husband and I were discussing the origin of the term wooden nickel just yesterday in the car. And boom, sync, because when I read that wooden nickel in my head, I was thinking, where does that even come from? Where does that even come from? I've never seen a wooden nickel in my life, and I'm 49 years old. So if you want to write, if you guys did look why that is, that was my thing that I thought. It's like, what does that even mean? Yeah. Let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Thank you, L for Self. Nicholas and Genevieve, you read that poem well. Thank you. Exactly, Michelle. I have officially flipped my own script in the past few years. And that's the thing, you can only flip your own, right? That's awesome. It means something that's not worth the money. Yeah. It means your P's and Q's. Good, Eddie. I'm back in time today like I should be, flowing really good. I feel connected. It's been a bit. A few days of isolation and mantra music brought me back. Phew. Yes, a lot of people right now are just doing the deep dive, totally gone swan, and just not. And the isolation, the self-sustain, how to make sure to feel that connection. Taking a step back into the deep dive brings the connection back more than staying present in things and feeling all like caught in the crossfire. Because right now it's flip of the switch, right? Somebody's in a presence to speak a certain way of a frequency, but whatever they go through in their timeline, they come back and they're talking a whole other level. And it's like, okay, I'll be back when the other person's, you know, like, I don't speak that. I don't speak this way. I speak this way. And what I've learned in the last bit of, like, the less I validate, the easier that it is. I'll deal with the, you know, final countdown explosion if somebody wants to shit me attack, but just no validation, zero. I don't have to fucking justify. No justify. See? Which moon you say? I have wooden nickels in my Gram's chest. I'll have to dig them out. Real wooden nickels. Wow. That's so cool. I've never seen a real wooden nickel. Thank you for saying it, Yamashal. I had a rough few days a few days ago too. Phew, here. Yeah. 11:11, 13:11 Eastern Time. My battery's at 71. It says 11 in the chat. I've been on for 110. I'm going to take a second and do a little walkabout and make myself some fresh coffee. And then maybe I'll read the whale card and pull a couple cards. Oh, thank you for saying it, Alex. I'm just going to catch up with the chat. You're back, Alex? Good. I love you, Michelle. I love you too, Michelle Genevieve. Thank you, Alex. The Princess and the Pea. Everybody's noticing what 11:11, 1:11. I love it. 4:11, 12:11. Thanks, Psycho Beats and Witch Moon. Yeah, Alex says to Angie, early in the morning, Genevieve pulled both the cards you were expecting. I did. It's in my the vid that I made it before the live stream that I did before this one. I think it's just called 28th and it's got a moon. And I actually went and looked at it myself, which I rarely do, but it was so short. And I put the timestamps. Not necessarily for the rhino, but it's right there. The rhino came up. I was guided to get up in the middle of the night. I didn't pull forth a live stream that was meant to really be sustained. I should have just done a card pull video, but I was guided to do a live stream. So whatever it was for is out there. But yeah, the rhino came out, and white buffalo calf woman. That's why I named the stream that I did right now Reverence, because of the white buffalo calf woman. The reverence is needed in order for the energies and frequencies to be sustained. You know what I mean? Hi, Dean HD. How are you? I had a bunch of Dean sings yesterday after my live stream. So that's always cool. Aw, nice, Michelle. Right as you said, I love you back. My wee one woke up with a happy little E sound. Oh, that's beautiful, Michelle. I do tend to have a potty mouth, but I speak very authentically, and there's something in my tone and my cadence that does bring out a lot of sounds and activations in young children with autism. Although other people have done it, like Danny's done it, Danny and Derek, I've never really read a children's book aloud for you guys type of thing. But yeah, there's activations in the tone of my voice. You could also ask to harness your tones as well, Michelle. Michelle, wishing well. For just the allowing. A lot of, autism is the programming of what the Matrix says that autism is. And really, autism is not, it's just a different frequency. So asking for your cadence of your tones to activate, I have shivers everywhere. I have shivers everywhere right now, Michelle. Like, there's a portal being opened and I don't have the words for it. So just letting the energy flow. I'm going to pull a crystal, Michelle, for you and your son. Nathaniel. Okay, the number, Michelle, is 39, 369, 369, 369. The number's 39. Obsidian. Obsidian, 39. Observing the self, self-reflection, Know thyself. When you look in the mirror, who looks back at you? How do you view yourself? Do you look into your own eyes and see someone willing to acknowledge the past and learn from it? Do you see someone willing to step into a new identity, one more suited for the life you want for yourself? All of us are ever changing and a mix of the past, present, and hopes for the future. The challenge is to trust that you are becoming, the you that you are becoming will be loved, cherished, supported, even if you're still exploring your potential, still unfamiliar with new territory you have entered. As you ponder what you wish to change, love the one you're with, you. Love yourself in all your complexity, knowing that whatever strengths you need are present. The obsidian spirit is here to amplify through the power of self-awareness. Just as in observing a particle or wave, the observer can change its form. So too, in observing yourself, can you begin the process of personal transformation. Love the one that you are becoming. Obsidian is a Obsidian is a glass-like volcanic rock that forms when lava cools rapidly without crystallization. There are many types, but the most well-known is black obsidian. This protective and grounding stone helps us in cleansing the energy field, as well as identifying and clearing old negative emotions or thought patterns. And that's the thing, clearing out old negative emotions or thought patterns. What our mental has been programmed to believe of autism versus what our soul and our heart knows of it. The telepathy with your son, Michelle, is your free will choice right now, and his as well. It's not because that telepathy contact was blocked or that it wasn't opened, it wasn't time, you didn't, but otherwise that the telepathy is so much more than words, that what breeds the lack of just a flow of life with someone that has autism or any type of anything is that other people want you to act the same. They would want everybody to act the same as everybody else, because that's the thing. The telepathy is there. It's like the way that people are shocked of Lily Rose and I on certain levels, how we live and but it's like, you don't get it. Like, it's not like another parent that's like, oh my God, I can't wait for this kid to go to sleep so I can fucking breathe. I breathe even if she's here. It's not a 3D, like, I wanted to have a kid, but I'm going to go have everybody else raise her because that's what everybody does. And that's it. But you've been spying on the horse next door, Witch Moon, I love you. You've been spying on the horse next door ever since I met you almost. I know, it's through the woods and the bush, so it's hard to get in there. Gonna go back to your white buffalo experience as well? Nice. Aw, he's looking at me? Nice. Me loves him. Loves you. Thanks for saying that, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, Danny, I wish us all well. Wishing well. Yeah, be the genie who wishes everyone well. Exactly. Exactly. Alfred Alpha Self says, share. Someone last night told me to let go of my ship and give them my money. And me was like, wow, who do you think me is? Me got up this new day going like, what? Are you shitting me? Somebody told you to let go of your ship and give them my money. What the fuck? Okay. Sure, sweetie, let go of the ship when it's so freaking close. I can taste it. I have so many ship sinks, and every time I see a ship sink, I think of you. It's so, your ship's so gosh darn close, like you're practically like freaking sleeping in it, baby. Let go of the ship, okay. Yeah. L for self, me feels it was a test, yes, on just how much me really want me ships and me dreams. Exactly. And I've had some people, like, that's it, is I get offered these things that are like, are you shitting me? You think I'm gonna take this? You think I'm really, really gonna take this? Why? Because somebody else would? You don't know what you're fucking with. Integrity is real. If you want something, you'll fucking stay poor for fucking years because you know you want that thing, even if everybody's offering you the dangling little puppet easy life. Right? That's the thing is, you know, you sleep at night because of the choices that you make with your integrity. Because all the little fucking puppet strings have been dangled to us, L for self. And that's what the funniest, the bestest part of all this shit show is that I waited all my life for this. Do you really think you can like fuck with my ship and, you know, make me think it's something else, or that, you know, how do you lead someone astray that can only be led to that? Right? That's it. And I say that, but in the last days, like when ads come up or when certain things come up, like cheating is so prevalent in society, like songs, right? Like, you know, like just the pride of cheating, the pride of, you know, bringing, it's so, and it just, okay, you don't get it. You can't sway. You can't. There are souls that cannot be bought or sold, no matter if they're on their knees, got nothing in front of them, and you offer them everything, they won't take it. And that's it, L for self. It is a test. And it's that thing of like, okay. Oh, Michelle, that's a sync. I was in a quick trip yesterday and heard a beautiful cover of Steve Winwood's Higher Love. The lyrics of that song are so powerful. Look them up for sure. And I've heard the cover version as well. It's a feminine singing it, right? They have goosebumps on top of goosebumps. Yeah. One of my connections as well when I with autism is the colors. The colors went with the exchange of touch. So a hug, or taking care of a body, any type of touch, the exchange of touch. So one of the things, Michelle, when you hug Nathaniel, see if you feel or see, depending on how you are, if you feel more of a pink energy coming in to hold space with you guys as a trinity. The softness of the pink, if you can feel it amplify, especially now with the full moon and everything. Because what I've been saying for a while of the lone wolves realizing that they're not lone wolves anymore and they are actually sages, and that we're all meant to unite, all lone wolves unite, that includes the children as well. Follow the children, they shall lead the way. So that includes the children as well. It really does. A lot of lone wolf personality type of toddlers and young children and, you know, pre-teenish, are going to step into roles that if the parents have not prepared their own self for real, in and out, there's going to be a lot of divine intervention. A lot. A lot of people look towards people for guidance, and what I would see is like a surgence of children within the community. One of the things that I notice is that no matter if people of the community who have big channels can say that we're safe and we're all protected and all of that, is that most of the people don't actually, some people don't even say their real name. You have no idea where they live, and they never show their children. And that speaks volumes for how one really walks the walk of, I do everything knowing I'm in surrender and fully protected no matter what is asked of me. And so the protection mode of channels, that it's not, and it's okay. It is okay. But where are the children speaking and showing themselves throughout the community? You got a lot of parents, adults, speaking that they, blah, 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 but they're not walking the walk of anything. Children still in the school system. The vaccinations are happening behind the scenes. Just, I'm going to be scared about vaccines and tell everybody about them. But in the back, I don't go get the papers signed. I don't do anything. I didn't move to make sure my children weren't in school. I live in a province or a country or a state or a city where I have to put my kids in the school system. So it's like we're rewriting the scripts, and authenticity and the true integrity, the true colors are what's coming out in 2021 of, who actually is rewriting the scripts, or who's just saying a bunch of pretty stuff, to have the same Matrix 3D life of income coming in because I'm, all love and light and rainbows and unicorns. Keep showing me the money because I'll pull cards for you if you show me money, but never walk the walk of anything. It's big. It really is, Disclosure has always been about more than just what people wish disclosure was about. Disclosure is about what's actually the background, the reality of what it is to be living from a fifth dimensional and up perspective. It's a whole new world, and you can only say things for a certain amount of time before the showing and the reality becomes really apparent. Follow the children, for they shall lead the way. True colors become apparent. Yeah, Michelle, know thyself, the oracle of Delphi. 3 chords strong. Yeah. I love you, Danny. Ooh, I have creator chills. Yeah, there's a big creator chills. Thank you. L for self, a gathering of souls as dragons. Yep, dragons recognize each other for sure. L for self, big time. Road trip. I'm wishing and now swishing the clouds away. Here comes my blue sky I created for everyone's nearby. Oh dang, I feel powerful today. Good. And road trip, Eddie, I don't know if you watched. I posted a video yesterday. I forget what I named it. I only posted a bit, and they're not very long, but where the water is that's frozen, and when I was outside, that video, I did a couple of spins, and I was thinking about you when I was spinning, Eddie. So I love the way swishing clouds, you wrote that, because when I was with the camera pointing up and turning, I was thinking of you. You always have the obsidian on you? Right on, Danny. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, without language, he communicates perfectly, effectively. Exactly. And it's that expectation that people want what they want. They want words. They don't want to pay any fucking attention, eh, Michelle? They don't want to pay attention and actually be in the now, in the moment, and just feel what needs to be done. Just feel it. You just feel it. You don't need to be like told a bunch of stuff. And the things with the souls that choose not to speak is that what's the point? I'm not here to say all the bullshit that you're here to program me to say. I'm not going to say that. And, it's a part of the free will choice of certain souls that come in and protect themselves against the bullshit. They came in with their own inner, defense system of, I am not participating in the matrix no matter what you say or do or think, right? Yeah, Michelle says he has run his show since he was 2. Yeah, one breath at a time. Yes, Road Trip Betty, Luna is full tonight. She will be bright. Yes. Michelle, I like the way you write that. This is a gathering place where spirits come to recharge. Thank you. Yes, it is. Recharge, empower, hold space. Michelle, I love you all. I truly, honestly, deeply do. Yes, truly, madly, deeply. For real. I feel it. Boom. Hi, Alex Fox. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm just catching up with the chat, and I'm going to go get a coffee. Whichman says, I have a Viking ship. Her name is Gypsy. Exactly, Elf Self. They just want to hold me down. Like me, nope. Me is flying higher than ever. Boom. Elf Self. Me is called Peter Pan all the time. Me is mostly called Tink all the time. And I always remind people that yes, Tink is always alone at the end, right? As is Artemis. That's important. Vipsy. Ooh, Vipsy is her name, not Gypsy. Lane made a video with Higher Love. Thanks for writing that, Danny. Yeah, Michelle, it was a woman's cover. Incredible. No coincidence, I heard it yesterday. Boom, Danny Skylark, Michael Bolton. I never really listened to that a lot. I'm going to catch up with the chat, Psycho Beats, and go grab a coffee. If I forget to pull a card, please remind me, okay? I just want to catch up with the chat and go grab a coffee first. Yeah, sail away with me. Boom, Michelle, we just hugged and he gave me a long kiss. Soft, warm, pink energy. Thank you. Michelle, I have the Pixies song, Where Is My Mind in My Head Now? It plays during final credits of the movie Fight Club. Oh, I don't remember that song. Yeah. Exactly, Danny. We are the children. It's beyond this dimension. Michelle says, right now I'm hearing Cyndi Lauper's True Colors in my head. Me too. And time after time, I'm so many steps behind and you want me to slow down and I can't just keep turning around. So just, you got to catch up. Like, it's not mean or anything, but, you can't just keep slowing down. The inertia of the full flight and the full speed ahead is important. It really is. The momentum of the consistency is really important. Yeah, Elf Resolve. Look to our children to guide us. They are knowing. Oh, witch moon, that's beautiful. I invited my grandchildren to help me gather wood and build a fire tonight. Michelle says Nate spins around all the time. Yes, spinning is very important. I would wonder if he spins in clockwise or counterclockwise more often. And I do figure eights. When I need complete alignment really fast and to center myself like really, really, really fast, I'll walk in figure eights. It helps me so much. And I'm going to say it because I don't talk about it often, and only in my journey of my whole life, only Meeps covers and songs recognizes the part of me with autism. You know what I mean? So only he's ever really seen through my true colors to really understand that's why my frequency can be attached and understand and have the part of tribe that flows is because it's me as well, right? And my tricks, my things that kept me alive, that you just stop showing certain things to get to not be looked at when you're born in the 70s in a different way, right? So the more you do one certain thing that is your mantra or your thing inside, then when that makes other people look at you or make them say like, that's weird, I should get you checked for that, then you learn to not do that in front of other people, to just use those self-care things that other people would notice, right? Stay under the radar, chameleon, keep your true colors to yourself. That's why now the shining of the true colors is completely, that little beacon of me helps to gather. Exactly, Michelle. Nate's been my greatest teacher, bar none. You're making a coffee now. Hi, new Yoda. Oh my gosh, me not seen you in so long. How are you? How you doing, new Yoda? Oh, I love seeing that name pop up. Right on. L for Self, coffee break 2. I'm only 4 minutes behind, but I need to move and get my coffee so I can keep going. I didn't forget your cycle beats. Oh, I had my... Shit. There, I had that on my lap. Okay, put it down. Okay, nice and fresh. Yes, it's a nice day, eh, Michelle? Nice energy today. I love it. Been on for 144, 13:45 Eastern Time. 144, 145. Came in saying the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Keep the numbers solid. You know you're doing good when the numbers are solid and flowing, right? Numbers are more than words. Thank you, Danny. I am that kind of mama bear as well. People assume that because I use the term mama bear to kind of describe what and, kind of label something of myself maybe, that I'm overprotective, and I'm not. I'm not at all. If anything, I'm a chuck a baby out of. You are going. No, children. They are not us. They are of us, but they are not us. My children are not mine. They are their life longing. Who am I to stop their experience? They exist, and their experience, and we are together. Exactly, Danny. Thank you so much. We didn't come here to possess our children either. And that is, you know, what I mean. Totally. Yeah, Michelle, fly under the radar. Now, Michelle, we are the radar. We've flown under the radar forever, and guess what happens? Inversion. We are the radar. We are the radar. Radar love. Right? How do you find what resonates with you? You follow the shivers. They lead the way. Why? Because we are the radars. We are the beacons. We are the lighthouses. We flew under the radar. Now we are the radar. Oh, that's okay, New Yoda. Visit whenever you can. I'm just glad to see your thumbnail come up. It's cool. It's nice to see. Exactly, Michelle. Boom. You do or you do not. There is no try. That's important. You do or you don't. You don't doubt, you don't try, you just know. You know or you don't know. You know or you don't know. There is no doubt, there is no wondering. The word wonder is beautiful, but you're supposed to be in awe and wonder. You're not supposed to wonder about everything and use it as, an excuse to perpetuate stories and certain stuff. You are in a state of awe and wonder, but you don't wonder about stuff. You just know. You just know. You know what you know when you know, and you don't have to justify it to anybody. You know what you know when you know. There is no do or do not. You do or you do not. There is no try. Michelle was totally typing that when I also was reading your comment. Right on. I gotta slow down. Talking too fast. Aw, nice. Michelle, I have a necklace on it that's a wee bear cutout, and it says Mama on it. I just bought it the other day. Exactly, Danny. My children are not my enemies, yet I hold them close. I'm not sure if that's what you meant by that, but some people in the Matrix type of world, their children is their enemy. They don't know how to take care of their children. A daycare needs to do something during the day. Even if I have the day off, I need my day off without my kids. I don't know how to go do a bunch of stuff with my kids. My kids are not controllable in a store. Huh? Your kids are not controllable in a store? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? Controllable? Your kids aren't controllable anyways. No shit. And second, why would you have issues in a store? Unless you're so nervous about being with your kids in a store that they're acting up like fucking rabid monkeys for sure. Why? Because you don't trust your own kids when you go to the store. You're afraid of your own children. Usually when you're afraid of your own children, you're afraid of your husband too. You're fucking ashamed of half of what comes out of his mouth, telling him what to do. He should be quiet half the time. You so want to control what everybody says so that you look a certain way. Whew. Okay. You keep popping out those kids, right? You keep popping out those kids and, fill that big house. And then send them to daycare. And believe me, I have zero judgment of daycare. I come from being a provider, caregiver. So me know what it's like to be chucked the children, to be holding the children when mama bear don't know how. Me know what it's like to hold children whose own mother just wants to get home from work, make sure all the kids are sleeping so that she can like fucking take a break because she's been at work. Now she needs a break because she's at home. So somebody else, please come take care of my kids. You come hold them. You come tell them they got to be asleep before mom gets home. Right? That's how we raise our kids. That was sarcasm, by the way. Yeah, and afraid of yourself. Thank you. I did not add that into the equation because essentially anybody who wants to control anything is afraid of their own self. Yeah. That 3-minute test. Can you look at yourself in the eye in the mirror for 3 minutes? Right? Can you look at yourself in the mirror for 3 minutes? Yeah, I was so ashamed to live with an alcoholic. Need to me space. I lived with a functioning alcoholic and I didn't speak to anybody for almost 3.5 years. 3.5 years completely out of the loop of any other humans because, I wasn't really allowed to go anywhere. And, we couldn't go anywhere because there was always alcohol anyways. And so, yeah. I talked to a woman once and, she opened up to me and I said, after I left my relationship, I didn't even know how to speak to an adult anymore because I had been a single mom within a relationship, taking care of everything, making sure everything was okay all the time, make sure everything's okay all the time for everybody, and didn't even know how to have an adult conversation anymore. And I was coming from, met this person. I was working, live-in, tourist industry, talking to people, hundreds of people a day. Sometimes only 50 people a day, but talking to people from everywhere around the world without a problem, to someone who didn't even know how to respond when somebody said hello to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's messed up, eh? Michelle, boom, nice accountability, sweetie. I was the functioning alcoholic and I drank daily. That's beautiful accountability. I love you for saying that, Michelle. Bravery. He's not here right now, but you could resonate with his channel. He speaks of the perspective of what, someone who assumes responsibility for having been the functioning alcoholic. And, he's been sober for a long time, but he speaks openly about it. And it's awesome because the accountability, right? It's beautiful. And for me, bravery and his channel and the way he speaks and he's just open about everything helped me heal a lot of things through his journey, because the people in my life haven't chosen to take accountability and to really see themselves for what they perpetuate with the alcohol. So I don't have the accountability in my life, but I have it through bravery, the understanding and the journey, through the background of it. Yeah, I drank daily to ease the pains of my childhood. I gave up self-harming with alcohol a few years ago. Thank you, Michelle. That's beautiful. Oh, for me talks to myself all the time in the mirror. And the words are love, gratitude, just how awesomeness me is. Exactly, Danny. It was like a jungle. Yes. Yeah. It was like a jungle. And that's a real sync that you would write that, because even just this morning I was reading, or I heard it in a vid, I can't remember because I just don't remember, how, you know, you got to get through the jungle to get to the waterfalls and the clearing, and how February is not going to be, you know, it's still going to be the jungle. But, 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 knowing that February is going to be a jungle, well, who do I choose to be flying into fucking February? 222 portal. Tarzan. Fucking right, Cotton. Me Tarzan. Me not Jane. Me not Jane. Me definitely not Jane. Me Tarzan. Welcome to the jungle, bitches. Welcome to the jungle. Mama Bear came to play, and I see February coming, and the 222, and it's all good. We got this. We do. Danny, yeah, he always accused me of sleeping around. 2 jobs, and I needed to go back to school. Step up to the plate, batter, batter. Center field. Step up to the plate, batter, batter. Yeah. I didn't get the opportunity to go out, so I was never accused of anything. But after a certain timeline of just consistent, perpetual, never without a break drinking, then I was accused of like saying things and not being forthright of things. But it was like the realization that everything I say is lost in the sauce, because there's never a pause of clarity. So all the information that I did say was just nothing remembered. So it took me a long time to really realize like that I was like saying stuff for like a year that just disappeared. It didn't exist in his reality, right? Boom, I just heard GNR Welcome to the Jungle last night. I love the feet. Mine are black feet. Thank you for that, Danny. Yeah, I never went anywhere. Me neither. I never went anywhere, and this is my favorite shirt. I ever tell y'all the story of this shirt?
No, you never told me.
Well, it's not really a story maybe for you, so maybe I won't tell it now then, but never mind. Thank you. They are tough journeys, but that's the thing, is that the journeys are tough. You don't just sit there and everything's just perfect and then you get through and then everything's just easy. The journeys were tough. They made us tough. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And that's the stopping of the stories, right? Because there's no victimness to it. It's just stories in the rewritten scripts. You know, all the forgiveness is there in all the rewritten scripts. And I'm not one to accuse and blame, so I never had a relationship as well. There was no fighting. There was no zero backlash and emotional type of push and pull. One of the reasons is that I kind of surrendered in order to just be the mama bear and take care of the children for a certain time of their age. You know what I mean? And then when kids hit a certain boom of ages, then it was like I'm done. My contracts with the children to be in a certain way was up, and that was it. And the day that contract was up, I fucking ran, and I ran to Niagara Falls. Hey, Michelle, I ran to Niagara Falls. I freaking ran away to think, because I couldn't think at home. I could not think. I was so like and taking care of everything that I ran away to Niagara Falls. I went to my stomping grounds of Burlington, and I went to Niagara Falls to go gather the energy I needed to go back, grab everything, and fucking be gone, because there was nothing more to do. Nothing. Yes, fight or flight had been activated. There was no going back. The smells, the textures, nothing. It wasn't home anymore, and it was done. Just done. And that's it. Danny says, hospice work shook me to my core. It woke me and shook me to my core. My cup is empty. I am the vessel. Danny, I am not an empath that can work with anyone that is, not fighting to stay. My energy and how I flow, I can't be the hospice, and I can't, it's not a part of my path and my journey to help souls exit. I'm here to anchor souls in. So, for example, how some people will meet people who are in the final phases of their life, become friends, and have certain life moments with people in the end of their life. I'm more of the kind of angel who will just randomly be guided to email, text, call somebody out of the blue in the moment that they either have the intent to go, or in the time frame where their intent is to go, because I'm here to kind of grab them, anchor them, and be like, hey, how you doing? I love you. And so that pulls them in back enough into the matrix, not into the matrix, but into themselves to right? So my energy, what I said earlier about the pink, the life force, mama of me, is why I walk hand in hand with the dark and certain things in different ways when I talk, because I'm so conscious of the other, that if I step into a certain reality, that I bend the timeline, that my utter respect and reverence, complete reverence for free will and what people choose, is so sacred that people who are close to me, who are in the phases of exiting, transitioning, I can't be with them. I can only anchor space from afar. And the guilt and shame of being that person that can't stay at her grandmother's bedside to have her pass, and et cetera, ripple effect of whoever in my life. But the inner knowing that as soon as that soul is transitioned, I'm one of the first people they come to say, you did everything right. You did everything right. You couldn't be there. You did everything right. To make sure I don't fall into turning around and trying to be there for somebody else, I get the right validation right away of, you did everything right. You weren't supposed to anchor me here. You weren't supposed to be there. If you had been there, you would have, I get, even now I'm talking about it and I get all excited and I got shivers everywhere, because the validation comes so fast. Where there's guilt when somebody's on their bed, the guilt that they're sending at me because I'm not there is their, lower self projecting if they're not at ease. Because I've had people pass away that they're the ones, their higher self is the one that says, go baby, go. You're not supposed to be here. Go. Instead of the guilt. It really depends on where souls are at in their free will choice of leaving, or living it in fear, or living it with grace and ease, right? And it's important, I don't just make videos and talk about that, but the free flow of it is there. It's important in this part of the journey right now, because so many souls are going to choose to transition. And if you are not true, anchored, and to thine own self be true, to give energy and say oh grandma, or oh this person, and anchor them in when you're meant to be holding space for their free will choice to go. It's so important right now. It is walking the walk of the complete knowing that, we're eternal. And that's where, community-wise, it don't matter if people have been speaking openly for years that I channel and I have all of this. the downfall of somebody who's lost their mother, hasn't been present for like 6 months, because they're integrating everything that they didn't have it solid for real inside. It was just the beautiful words and the stuff to teach others, but they didn't have it inside to live it. That's the difference between mastery and just saying a bunch of stuff, right? That's one of the reasons the school systems don't work. You got a bunch of teachers saying a bunch of shit that they're programmed to say. It's not flowing from their soul. Half of them don't even want to be there. Half teachers right now in the school system are checking their texts right now. They ain't paying attention to your kids. They're checking their texts. They can't wait to take the fucking mask off. They are not present in the now with the children at all. Glory be to those who are on a mission and have a purpose and who actually go into schools, daycares, and anywhere to be a caregiver for children, and that they're 144 attention span all fucking day when they have your treasures in their possession, and that they are actually focused on your kids. If anybody here can, say like, they're walking the walk and they know that every single day, whoever takes care of their kids in the moment is 144% present. And what does 144% present means? It's a lot different than I just went to work and, texted my daughter all day because she was, stressing out. All of that detachment, doing the actual role that you're being entrusted with, right? It's real. Did you know nurses don't go to work and they're not actually making sure when they're on a break that, they don't actually really care or have empathy that you're sitting there half dying. They're fucking texting and saying like, fuck, I got 4 more hours to go and that fucking raging cunt over there is pissing me off, right? Fuck, I'm so sick of the whining today. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of that. Oh my God, that fucking old bitch pissed all over the place again. That's what caregivers are feeling in the background. They ain't sitting there. They're so busy taking a fucking photo with their mask and telling their friends all over Facebook. I don't usually tell people like how stressed out we are, but here, I'm going to show you all how stressed out we are. But are you focused on your job? Are you focused on your job? Because if you're focused on your job, it's part of your purpose. And believe me, you would not be spreading fear into the collective and telling them to be like fucking sending you energy because right? Higher perspective, not fucking full of guilt and shaming. If you're walking your purpose, you don't get to sleep sometimes, right? But you're not telling everybody else about it and whining and bitching. Boom. Welcome to the real world where, not many people are actually present and accountable. Boom. Michelle, my mama bear necklace was on a red plaid cardboard, more sinks. Michelle, I'm a real big fan of the red and white, just old school checkers. You know what I mean? Not like a checkerboard, but clothes and like, that classic tablecloth that's red and white checkers. That's a big synchronicity. Alfred saw a 13-year marriage with a dry drunk. Yeah. I know that feeling too. It's actually harder to be with a dry drunk than with a functioning alcoholic. Right? It's actually fucking harder to be with a dry drunk than a functioning alcoholic. Yeah, Danny, I was not allowed to do this or that or to trust anyone. Oh yeah, I can imagine the violence physically and verbally for self. I can taste it. A dry drunk is somebody who doesn't drink anymore and who gets to tell everybody, I don't drink. So hey, I'm going to make your fucking life miserable because I don't drink. I don't have a crutch anymore, so everybody around me is going to fucking suffer. That's what a dry drunk is. They haven't taken accountability. They're not actually they haven't forgiven themselves. They just wish for a fucking drink. When a dry drunk actually sees a beer and puts their hand on it, there's nothing that can give a chill of like fucking red flag more than that. Look at the shivers, fucking fight or flight, man. When a dry drunk grabs a fucking bottle and holds it in his hand, run, motherfuckers. Run. Run, run, run like the wind. Yeah. There's a difference between, you know, when somebody says, I've done the work, I'm doing the work, and you know, people get sick of recovering alcoholics because they try to educate and they share what they do, what they've done, how they've learned. But there's a freaking beauty in, you know, somebody who wants to share their experiences versus somebody who's telling everybody, I don't drink anymore. You know, you can't drink if you come to my house, because if you drink, then I'm going to need a drink. So nobody's allowed in my house ever again. Nobody's going to come here because I can't drink, nobody else can drink. So then you become like, you know, isolated in a different way. Isolated in a completely different way. Howdy, darling, indeed. How are you, Elsie? 1411, 44% battery. That's a lot of 144s flipping all sorts of ways in my eyeballs right now. Love it. Yes, my triage days are over. Not quite, Michelle. You would be shocked at what slams me in my reality of triage mode. It's actually like just rudely wide awakening of how naive I am, that when there's a rebirth in me, there will be a rebirth in other people that are guided to me as well. The bitch slap of triage that just stays eternally. It's beautiful. Forgive them, they know not what they do. L for self, had 2 kids and we had to leave in the middle of the night to get out. I love you for sharing that, L for self. Thank you. Everybody thinks we're so tough because, you know, and it's like, yeah, you have no fucking clue. No clue. None at all. I love you. Yes, love is the ultimate anchor. That's beautiful to say, Michelle. It's so true. Before I did serious shadow work, I didn't even think I could handle and survive how difficult my life was to actually face it. Thank you. That's the truth, right? And we are braver than we think we are. We really are. Gotta go to dinner. Thanks for being here, Alex. Boom. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. My 20-year-old never had anyone watch him besides me, and neither will Nate. Yeah. I have a few trusted people, like my sister and my mom and my dad, you know what I mean? And Amy, you know, but there's just no one in our life as well. And I say that, but when we had certain things in a certain timeline, like she would go off with her best friend's moms all the time, right? You guys want to, can Lily Rose come swimming? Can Lily Rose come for ice cream? And she was off, right? But the solidity of the trust was 144.
Yeah, it was only my friends and family. That's it.
Yeah. They went to the pool one time and Lily Rose got a nosebleed.
2 times.
Okay. Oh my gosh, don't cry.
Sorry.
So the first time it happened, she got a nosebleed that was so much they had to leave the pool. But the love they had for her was so pure that, you know, when they got back and they told me what happened with the nosebleed, there was none of that feeling of like, you know, your kid had a nosebleed, so we had to leave. There was true empathy and compassion of, you know, we felt it was better to just leave so, you know, we could leave. It was the best thing to do in the moment, right? And then taking care of her. She didn't just all of a sudden have a nosebleed with people who were just like, what the heck, drinking and wondering like, you know, we brought the extra kids so you guys would take care of each other and we weren't paying attention, right? Right? Bring an extra kid so the kid plays with your kid so you can sit back and drink. That type of thing. No, there was, you know, And that made her feel even safer to go back another time, you know, instead of saying, no, I can't go because I'm going to be traumatized. If I have a nosebleed, I'm going to get guilted and shamed and told, like, and sometimes you don't get told anything, but damn well know if you're any age and you drop a glass and the whole frequency changes in the room because, like, one person is really pissed that that glass fell. Four other people don't care, but one person's really just like, oh my God, kids break everything, right? That one energy is felt, eh? It is. That's it. We were taught since we were kids to not listen to that, but we're not necessarily bringing in kids that, you know, so yeah, you know, energy doesn't lie. What you're feeling about somebody else's children, if you judge other people's children and the path that they have, children feel that. They don't necessarily, you know, always say it, but they feel it. Ooh, you're back, Nicholas. You made the cornbread jalapenos while you were away. Oh, me so hungry now. Exactly, Michelle. So many just go through the motion. It's like, click, I got a house. No, click, I found a man. Click, I got married. Click, I got a house. Click, I got kids. Oh, another kid, another kid. Oh my God, now I don't know my body. Now I'm not sexy. No, I'm not this. And my kids are all out of control. And my husband hates me. And my husband's online. And hey, I'm going to go online because that will make me feel more beautiful if I go online. Send, you know, and then, and then, and then, and then, and then, and then. What the hell? None of that makes any sense, eh? So that you can start talking to your friend at work and saying that you guys, you know, got dick pics and work husbands and all that stuff. You know, that's not real. That's not real. Michelle, my coffee just burned my mouth. I'm extra special, eh? Bacon smoke is cleansing my house. Whoa, that's the best smudge ever, Nicholas. A bacon smudgy. Yeah, Michelle says it's smudging too. I love it. Nicholas says, I just found out my paternal granddad may have murdered my grandmother 15 years ago. Oh my God. Yep, that's the stuff that comes out. For real. And then, like, that ancestral, the stuff inside us, right, is huge for the clearing of that. Thanks for sharing that, Nicholas. Whoa is right. No kidding. L for Self says, oh, the blackout rage he has. Forgiveness now. Yes. 144. Yes, Elsie, darling. 111. Yeah, Michelle says, I hear ya. The work is never done. Elsie, darling, 111 and 144. Today's numbers for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Michelle, thank you. I applaud everyone's bravery in here and whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Yeah. Danny, beautiful. It took your daughter running away from home. Yeah. We need the trigger and the thing. And it's when the soul contract, right? Where there's the thing that you just know inside that you do it. Yeah, no, she's my sister. I love you, Danny. Michelle, I learned I'm my own savior. I am my own twin flame. Yes. Lily is actually, you're spelling it right. It is. It's Lili.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's Lily because that's just how another way to spell it, but you spelled it as Lili.
Yeah, Lilirose. Yeah, Big Stir. How you doing? Sorry, Nicholas. That's like some huge news to have to digest. The residuals of those negative energies linger. Yes, it's like needs to be known to like, because that's it, is like part of the ripple effect of the intergenerational trauma might not necessarily be that there's a lineage of murder, not at all, right? But that the lineage of the rage, that rage is inside, and then the hiding of certain things, that taboo-ness, or the not knowing. When you don't know, And then you're empowered by the knowing. You're able to forgive and allow the cycle to flow through. But the not knowing, yes, Michelle, we are so connected. Danny, my family be like the song Suicide Squad. And here myself, this chat room, and in here the universe. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Michelle says, I started noticing 11s back in 2004. I'm a lifelong 1111. It's since childhood for me, no matter what. 11 is since a child. Yeah, Nicholas, the not knowing, then the knowing and forgiving. Yeah. It's like that thing of, when a marriage comes full circle and there's a divorce and there could, all the healing is done, but then all of a sudden 5 years after the divorce, it comes out in the wash that there was actually cheating and deception in the relationship that you never even realized. So all those things come back of, holy shit, I forgave everything, but I still felt certain things. I still can't trust men. I still don't have the thing inside that's really free. And so that fucking slamming realization that everything you already forgave was like a lie, right? Because there was so much stuff in between that wasn't, whoosh. It's big. I love that song as well, Michelle. Heathens by 21 Pilots. Me love that song too. I never watched all of Suicide Squad, so I only know a little bit of parts. I never watched that movie. Yes, oh wow, Michelle, you've been tapped in since birth. Yes. Michelle, yes, I was born without a veil, and then I cultivated putting the veil on as the years went on. I take off and I put the veil back, right? So let's just say in 2008, 2009, I was ready for the shit show to go down. I was ready. So I took I would say, the most I've ever taken off of veils in my life, I took off in 2008 and 2009. And it almost got me, where I could have been flagged to be locked away type of thing. Many people in my reality thinking I was like, whoosh, right? Didn't matter if I was, saying things that were going to happen. Then it was freaky because it was my fault. I'm making that shit happen, right? So it was just easier and better to just close down again and veil back up very thickly, because within the realizations of 2008, 2009, I saw whoosh of the future, and I chose my timelines. So meaning one of my life choices is to have soul contracts with zero physical impact. Meaning I have taken on 0 soul contracts where I'm going to be hit. None. 0. You try to hit me, motherfucker, and I feel bad for you because something's going to happen to stop you. Something. Because I will not pull in that timeline. I'll do myself in before I took that timeline on. And that was when I was 4 years old, 5 years old. Something happened to me with impact. And I told God, if you're going to keep me here, 0. Do whatever you need to do to my head, but 0 impact. And so I consciously saw in 2008 and 2009 the timelines I was going to choose to go into for my highest lessons and others. So, it's different than not ever seeing and then being shocked of the timelines of taking veils off and putting them back on, because you're too ahead of your time having the veils off with the timelines that you have to live that you chose. Right? So the way I'll compare it is Nostradamus. First of all, Nostradamus, his real name is not Nostradamus, it's Michel de Notre Dame. Michel of Our Lady. Notre Dame is Our Lady. Michel de Notre Dame. You don't pronounce Michael in, where he was from. It's pronounced Michel de Notre Dame. And that's the thing, is Nostradamus chose the life path where he was going to keep veils down of knowing. And me is like, wow, you was brave, motherfucker, because I don't want to see that shit if I, right? Because that's the thing, when you also have the awareness of knowing of the bending of timelines that you do, everything we do affects timelines. So when you know that you can consciously bend timelines, then you stay away from certain things, keep the veils down in order not to change certain things of the free will choices that souls have made already. Does that make sense? Danny, your oldest young man is 11. Right on. Big stir. I always thought family curses were something that someone placed on the family. Last few years, I get the meaning of it and how it can be played out. And of course, how to heal it is forgiveness. Yeah, I family curses, I see it more. It's like it's within. We only hurt those we love. You don't just go around like, it's very rare, right, that somebody just goes around being mean to for no reason to strangers. Cruelty is inbred within love. Right? So yeah, some people just do go out and randomly like want to hurt somebody else for no reason, but it's rare. We hurt those we love. We don't have stories from our past of walking around town and strangers raping us. Do people? Yeah. How many people do you actually know, right, of the no means no movement, and who would speak up and say, I was, there is at least 1, 2, 3, 4 times where I did not consent, where I did not say yes, and I actually said no. How many people do you actually know that the Matrix program of if you walk outside in public, somebody's just going to grab you and do that? Yes, it happens, but it's not prevalent, right? Most masculine and feminine who have been touched by someone and wouldn't have wanted to, it was somebody that they knew and loved and trusted. That's it. That's all. Right? The classic, date thing where because, well, she dressed up, we went and had 3 drinks, I didn't rape her. All that stuff, right? We don't talk about all the times that we, don't even remember if we had sex, right? Just because we went out with somebody, and then boys will be boys, so you can't tell anybody. The big guys that are your best friends, they're not going to fucking care. They're going to say good, whatever. And I speak this way knowing that depending on the circles that we choose, right? But especially small communities, you're going to go tell somebody that somebody sexually, somebody raped you? You go tell your own mother and she'll say, like, don't tell your daddy, he'll go kill him. You go tell your mom, and that's what you'll get told. Don't go tell your daddy, he'll go kill that guy. She ain't sitting there saying, what are we going to do? How do you feel? Do you need any, anything. She don't even want to hear the story, because holy shit, if you tell this story to other people, girl, people are going to want, this or that. And fuck, you're lucky if you get that reaction, because the most reaction you get when you go and tell somebody that somebody's hitting on you and you didn't want that and it made you feel bad is like, fuck, you're beautiful. Of course people are going to hit on you. You're beautiful. Of course people are going to say that. Let people say what they want. It doesn't matter how it feels to you, right? It don't matter if you're dressed in, whatever. It's your fault. You shouldn't look like that. With a body like that, I would hit on you too, but I'm too old to hit on you. Facts is what people say. Or the worst, a woman who's in like jealousy mode and, thinks that you deserve everything because fuck, there ain't nobody, no pill more bittersweet than thinking women will protect you and have empathy for you, and then Lilith comes out and says, like, fucking, you deserve that, or of course you did, or you shouldn't have done that, or you did that, or it's so like, woo! Michelle, I understand that. I've been hiding all my life. Yeah. That's okay. We're here to shine bright now, baby. Here to shine bright now. Boom, Nicholas, that's perfect. Yes. Big Stir, I think people curse themselves by teaching others negative behaviors high on perpetuating into the moment of the now. Yes, Michelle, I remember many of my past lives. It usually comes out in flashes with songs or imagery or just smells. You has full recall of past lives for self? Right on. Elsie, I've seen a couple of past lives and I'm aware of more. Yeah. See, I don't have the curiosity. I don't really, I really, the way I see it is I've been there, I've done that, I've been everywhere. So when certain knowings are supposed to come into my reality, they do. It's one of the reasons I don't get lost in rabbit holes of things is my curiosity doesn't peak out in order for me to like chase those things and then be shocked by them. I already believe, know, and I assume responsibility for every past life I've ever had. So, you know, I've been raped, I've also raped. I've been the killer, I've been the victim. I've done it all. We all have done it all. And that's where sometimes when somebody's in their awakening journey and there's so much love and so much purity from someone, but they just don't accept certain things and have judgments. But if you go back into past life regression, the things you have a judgment about is the thing that you were doing in another reality, in another timeline, at another time with your soul. So meaning, and this is a trigger warning, but meaning, you know, the things that disgust us is we were a part of that cycle before. And we haven't forgiven that aspect of ourself for participating in those things. And that's the truth, right? Exactly. When there's sadness and guilt and shame attached to past lives, it's what kind of halts the growing in this one, because that forgiveness of selves isn't able to, and then the things that are all over our reality, right? So we see it in the news or we have it in our real life, like that shit's still happening somehow on some level that, you know, could be not in your real life, but you know, every day you see a movie or a trailer or something that triggers that little thing of the deep sadness in order for the inner work to get done. Michelle, thanks for saying that. I believe I predate Earth, even long before Atlantis, etc. I as well, and the word that I found and term label for that would be a blueprinter. Blueprinters are from, we don't even have where we're from. And we, honestly, for me as a blueprinter, I have zero attachment to it either. I'm not here to prove it. I'm not here to tell anybody about it. And I'm not here to remember it because I have it all in me if I need it. So, and a blueprinter is just like that automatic knowing that we made the blueprints of the shit show and we are here to rewrite the scripts and the new world, and that's it. So, as a blueprinter into the blue, the blue synchronicities, you know, sometimes people aren't quite from so that they know, but still that blueprint, I call it also master builder is one of the terms I used. A blueprinter master builder, where that thing inside, you know that, you know, you can bypass everything. You're going to get to where you're going to get because you're a master builder. A master builder just knows they're a master builder. You might not even know yet, and just me saying master builder inside of you makes you feel like, boo, that's it, right? But just, yes, I as well, Elsie darling. A lot of Atlantis stuff coming up lately. Me too. A lot of it.
When we went yesterday, there was a bunch of ice huts on the lake, and I called it the lost city of ice huts.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah, Michelle says, Elf and Elsie, oh my gosh. And with you all, how I would love to just sit and talk for hours around a roaring fire. Yes, it'll be very nice when I'm not the only one yapping for hours at a time, and there's, that I'm not just taking the comments and saying them out loud, and I can just sit back and just kind of listen. You know what I mean? That was what was awesome about merging with Nicholas Transcends the other night and actually having a conversation that wasn't 3/4 of my imagination of me sitting up here, not really looking at myself and talking to you guys. So you talk, you write, I say it through me, but I'm, so it's like, whoo, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to, and it was nice with Nicholas. I didn't really pay attention to the chat. I was focused on him and just having an interaction, except for Kirsten, Kiki, and Jack back in August, Lionsgate. I ain't had a face-to-face, authentic conversation with a human in a long time, right? And I say human, angels, in a long time. So it was nice. Yeah, for self. Facts, Lady G. All those situations were with family and friends that took me when me said no. Exact to hurt me. Right? When, he's really mad and somebody has to come in and help me. I've had protective strangers. Right? Often. I've been in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere and had more help from fucking random strangers than, being in the middle of everybody and, screaming I need help. And, fucking why would I listen to her? It's all her same old shit, Michelle, and her stories, right? Where it's strangers who actually hold space for me. Strangers know more my story of what actually happens to me in real life than people who think that they know me and are part of my family, which they are. I'm not saying that, but the truth is a stranger will hold space, take in the whole story, not just the PG rated version that people who love me want to hear. Right? You can only hold space for so much when it's your family, but oh my gosh, somebody else's story in detail, you can go and retell that fucking 10 times, right? The vault stops here. To thine own self be true. There's a reason, we either tell or don't tell our stories. When we choose to exchange any energy to tell someone, and then they go start telling everybody, right? And then they start talking about it. And they're lighting, and then you wonder why certain timelines aren't done in certain families. Why? Because everybody's in the background fucking yapping about shit instead of doing their own stuff, aligned on their track. So they're perpetuating the energy of stuff that doesn't even belong to them all the time. Because why would I talk about myself or not talk about anything? Just focus on me. Let's talk about everything else that everybody else in the family who's not even here, who I wouldn't even say this shit to in real life, all the stuff that I think they should do and I think they should be, and woo! The shit show is real, eh? Oh. Day 2, not as much as yesterday, very flashy. Exactly. I know what I know. Now I know how to use it. Yeah. Boom. Elsie, darling. Thank you. That's kind of like the ways that my lives flash with me. I once saw my finger between two rocks, slammed my finger between two rocks, and I saw my life as a stonemason. My husband and I were buddies. Oh, Elsie, darling, you just triggered one of my past life memories. Somebody that I met this fall. boom, connection. And I thought, you know, like, what is this connection? What does it mean? Is this for this life or is it from another life? After I asked that question, not long after, I'm in the bathroom and I choked on I forget if I choked on my spit or just a drop of water, that I was having a sip of water, but I choked. And I choked so bad that I was like gasping for air. And as I was gasping for air, I looked up to have a focus point. I was gasping for air and trying to not panic because I'm choking by a fucking drop of water. One drop's all it takes, right? And I'm looking at my shower curtain, the one I showed the other day. It's white and it's got blue ships on it. And as I was choking for air and looking at the ships, the past life memory of the person that came into my life, we were shipmates, like buddies, like fucking dudes on a ship.
Finally!
And
Sorry.
something happened to me and I died. And he couldn't save me. And once the flash of me being done gasping for air, as I was having this past life moment, as I was realizing how the person that I was wondering, what's up with this person, and we got, you know, is there more this way or is it healing from a past life? So it, you know, the knowing came not long after me choking. That wasn't cool. It would have been nice. See, that's the thing, eh? It would be nice if I was sitting there all meditative and saying like, oh, if past life could please come with me and let me know. But no, all fucking ugly and choking and half drowning in my reality now in order to trigger the past life memory of what it felt like to drown. And his lack of, he couldn't save me. And so in the moment that all happened, I forgave him. Like shit, of course I forgave him because I saw it, and that's what his soul needed as a release. Is for me to remember, forgive, because of course I forgive, like fuck, you know, like fuck, that was like fucking eons ago, buddy. Don't hold that fucking karma on yourself. But he loved me so much as my dude, shipmates, so many lives ago, that we found each other in this life so that I could forgive him for not being there back in the day. So that's like that thing of like, whoa, you know, that random person that came into my life and we had like a big connection and, you know, nothing ever really happened, but I think about that person all the time and I don't know why. Well, there's just a forgiveness or a click of something that needs to happen within that the person is a soul contract of asking you for the release. Asking your soul. Higher selves guide each other towards higher selves in order for the release. It's big, eh? And some people think we're all here talking about channels and that we don't, you know. No, it's real. It's really real, the connections that we have. So when we question, why is this fucking cocknobber coming into my reality today? Why? Why is this fucking cocknobber in my reality today? Well, fuck. Figure it out. The faster you figure it out, boom, release. Yeah. Exactly, Michelle. We carry our guilt and shame lifetime after lifetime. And then we're here in this lifetime, in this like community and tribe and, you know, guilted and shamed over and over still, right? So stopping the stories and the patterns, that's what we're here to be. Boom, Michelle says, wow, we just said guilt and shame in unison. It's like you are me, I am you. There's a strength to us having the same pronunciation of name, coming from the Quebec, and that you've touched my waters, Michelle. I often wonder, like, what's the difference between, you know, somebody who's touched the land I've touched, or how people feel my frequency compared, you know, from one place compared to another. And the more I'm excited and happy to find you and feel that, how I activate every fucking ley line that I think about us on, right? The fact that your dad was captain at the locks and that was my favorite place to go. You know, like, the chances that we walked side by side for a minute, or that you were that girl that I was watching doing something, or that I was the girl that walked by screaming at my sister, like, whatever, is huge. It is huge, huge, huge. There was a time frame where I was in contact with somebody who was much younger than I was, and we were speaking of, you know, when he could have been in Niagara Falls and when I could have been in Niagara Falls. And I said, like, it's completely possible that I feel you enough right now that you were like 6 years old and I was 17 type of thing. And I smiled at you, or I smiled at your mom. You know, and I got shivers everywhere saying it, no joke, that we crossed paths. You know, we did. It's not just, you know, or that I was there and a week later you were there, but I threw my hair into the falls and made my wishes, and, you know, you could have sat on my hair, Michelle. You know, like, it's big. The little things that we leave everywhere, and the wishes and the thoughts, like, you know, it's really big how we're connected. Blueprinter, yeah. You get Builder of Worlds. I get Master Builder. Builder of Worlds, Elsie Darling. That's awesome. Others say Master Creator of herself. Thanks, I had never heard that. Yes, Angels and Demons, Danny. Aw, LCC, that's beautiful. I had a life where I was murdered by my best friend and son, and in this life they came to love me. Yeah. That's a big wow. Shivers, eh? Yeah. For me, I know who I was in my last life. Like, I totally know who I was in my last life. You know? And it's big for my family tree of who people are and what the things are around who I was in a past life. And, you know, until certain people come into knowing or want any type of, like, the forgiveness of it, you know, it just can't be there. But I know. I have the knowing, you know. Yeah, so many synchronicities, soul winks. Michelle says, I ran out of gas in the middle of the night close to Sudbury. Boom, I'm just an hour and a half away from Sudbury. Pitch dark, crying my eyes out, flashing my light at cars for help. Pre-cell phone days. Strangers drove me in their car for gas twice. Exactly. I have a cell phone now, but mostly it's not important for me to have one. And one of the things that people say is, but who will you call? And it's like, dude, by the time I called anybody, if I needed help, it's much easier to ask for an angel and trust that an angel will come. Somebody will eventually stop and, you know, help me. And then that's where the allowing of the trust, right? Send me an angel, and then trusting, the knowing that I'm fucking safer out and about, wishing for an angel than I am with certain people who say they love me. And that's the truth, right? Michelle, my husband was choking on a lifesaver candy as a teen, had to administer self. Hi, Southern Belle. Aw, Southern Belle just came back. That's so sweet. Oh, she's gonna be like, what the heck? Oh my gosh, she started 2 hours ago and she's still going live. I had time to clean the house and she's still babbling. It's one of those long stream days. Yeah, Michelle, imagine dying on a lifesaver. Talk about irony. I know. I'm that kind of person where I always say, like, whatever I manifest as a death is going to be so like fucking whacked that it's not even going to make sense, you know, like choking on a lifesaver. And yeah.
I said to you this morning, I'm doing my fort right away because I can't put my iPad on my legs. It's too cold. Because I didn't use the blankets. Yeah, because the back is like so cold.
Yeah, Michelle, exactly. Eating the same ice cream and we played on the exact same swings, sweetie. That's a big deal, man. It is. It really is. Elsie, darling, does a Kundalini awakening mean you've been set free? I would say so. I've always seen myself as free no matter what, so.
1, 2, 3.
Elsie, thank you.
6, 7, 8.
You say elf, I often hear commander like chief. Refer to my video from yesterday. For me, Chief Commander, Chief William, Grandfather Commander. That's important.
The boat.
Yeah. Yesterday, the Chief Commander is the touristy type of attraction here in North Bay, gateway to the north.
Yeah, there's 2.
But Grandfather Commander is part of the Rainbow Warrior prophecies. And his voice, for me, when he speaks, I've found videos where I go listen to Grandfather Commander speak. His voice is an activation for me. Part of the White Roots of Peace prophecies, Rainbow Warrior prophecies, the 8 fires, you know, because really every prophecy like is all just different parts to be taken into for whoever knows what their parts in the prophecies are. When our keys light up and awaken inside us, we know what the truths are according to what our truths are, right? But Grandfather Commander, and you know, there's no information in the video that I put yesterday, but it's a big sync that you write Chief Commander. When yesterday I went to film, I wanted to just film the ice, the frozen lake, and the skies, but I had to get the Chief Commander in. It was important to me. And there's an eagle's nest. You can't really see it in my video because I didn't go make a quality video of an eagle's nest. You know, I wasn't guided to go close.
I didn't even know there was an eagle's nest for a while until my friend showed it to me.
Yeah. But yeah, so yesterday my focus was on the sun, the blue skies, the ice, the Chief Commander, and the eagle's nest. So a lot of activations, right? Depending on where we're at, we think we're just looking at skies and, you know, whatever we want to assume. But the words, the things I said yesterday, very powerful activations of there's the eagle's nest and there's the Chief Commander and the ice and the snow and the frozen and the sun and the blue. So wow, Michelle, I once randomly met someone who witnessed my rollover accident on a highway when I was 18, when I was 33, in a totally different city than where the accident actually happened. And the accident was in St. Catharines, and I met the witness in Peterborough. Peter, yeah. Wow. Boom, my oldest son was born in Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie, thinking about Kelly Ryan O'Brien. Kelly Ryan O'Brien is in Michigan. Michigan. It's Sault Ste. Marie that separates us as a border town.
Your mom's name is Marie.
My mom's name is Marie. I've had certain things like that happen, not like a witness of an accident, but certain things happen where in my reality, I met someone somewhere else who said, you know, I was there a certain time, blah, blah, blah. Not often, but it does happen, yeah. Oh, Elsie, that commander is very tall in my mind's eye. Female. Right on. I
There's
know,
two
Michelle, our
chief
birthdays are
commanders.
practically identical as well. But that's the thing, eh? On the flip of the months apart, you know? And that's like cool. Michelle says, my dreams lately are quite fascinating. Lucid. I'm an alpha, so I often awaken in my dream. I'm thinking that lately this is all a dream, and the trick is to realize that, to awaken in the sleeper's dream.
I wonder if he's dreaming.
Right now, depending on most people, are only about, I would say, 1/3 present in a third dimensional reality. Otherwise, we're really not in 3D anymore. And it's only the knowing of self that can really, make you know, but just that's I think that's where we're at. Michelle said, I used to think I don't want to come back here again. Now I feel differently. Life here is a bittersweet symphony. Yeah, Michelle. There's the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and the Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. And that's very important for activation words, knowing where certain things are, and etc., etc. Those are just the inner knowings. I don't know how to talk about that. I'm not trying to, just or you don't. Like the Mary Magdalene, the Sisterhood of the Rose, it's certain things that it's not a part of me to be speaking about it openly. I'm just here to put the trigger words out so you be tripping over it and find out for yourself. Hey, love ball. Eagles soar alone, and the only bird who flies above the storm. Psycho Beats, I didn't pull a card because I wasn't sure if you were here. Are you still here right now? Because if you are, this is what I'm going to pull for you, sweetie. Immaculate Hearts. Boom. Thank you, love ball. Immaculate Conception is also very big phrases coming through. Thank you, sweetie. I kind of wasn't sure if you were here, and instead of asking, I was like, she'll let me know, because I had said, if I forget, let me know. So I kind of thought you were not here. So thanks for saying when you're back. I appreciate it. That's the thing, right? Is not being shy to... I said, could you please remind me? And you do. Don't be shy. Love it. Love it. Clear out the old. Number 5. A lot of stuff in that one.
Oh, my feet are cold.
Oh, hey, dude. Bo's right behind me.
He was sleeping before.
Oh, that's not the right book. 5. Boom. That I did a quick stream in the middle of the night. I pulled 55 twice. White Buffalo Calf Woman and the Rhino. The obstacle is the way. So this is my triple 5 since the 28 started. Lily Rose is a 5.
There's 5 gems right here.
Ooh, 5 gems. Clear out the old. Whatever you are experiencing now is a creation that you have brought into existence from past thoughts and feelings. While in this moment, it might have you caught up, you can let go and begin to dream of a new reality. Let go of the aspects of this creation that no longer serve you and have a purpose. Release what has gone wrong in the past. Release the material possessions that do not serve the new dream you want to create. Now that you are where you are, you can create anew and begin. Boom. And it's a sync, and what's asking to flow through is clear out the clutter. Some people stepping into their higher self, about 3/4 of the pastimes that were either the crafts that you enjoyed, the diversions that you enjoyed, so it could be books, it could be movies, those things don't serve you anymore. You're holding on to them as a memory and attachment. So some people have a whole library of books It's time to donate, gift, figure out where those books are meant to go. You're on another path and you're meant to let go of those books. Some people had a wood shop and that was their thing. And now it's not. You're not meant to hold on to the wood shop stuff because you're going to get back to it. You're meant to have the jumping into the new timeline and to be that angel that all of a sudden puts up a lot of stuff for free, donated, or just for that big bargain. And I know because Mama Bear loves her kayak, but Mama Bear still sold 3 kayaks. I had 3 and they're gone. Why? Because I was asked to clear out the clutter of everything in 2019 and everything that didn't serve my life anymore, even if I needed it for another time, right? So I got rid of my drill, knowing that I'm going to need a drill again someday. But life asked me to clear out the clutter. Don't keep the drill in a fucking box for 2 fucking years. That dude that just bought the drill for $5 at the yard sale, he's shitting puppies. The other dude that came and bought my bow and arrow for like 10, 15, whatever bucks, he got to use it or he gifted it to his kid. The people who were on a walk on a random Sunday afternoon and I was holding out for $300 for my kayak, and then by Sunday afternoon I was like, fuck, I just don't want to have to move this. And they were just going for a walk and boom, all of a sudden $100 a kayak. Try to find a kayak for $100 when you're doing a random walk on a Sunday afternoon. Good luck, motherfuckers. I don't care where you are. Good luck. But all those exchanges, all those things, all that stuff that I cleared out, all the stories of the people that I met and like brand new computer in a box, didn't even know how to take it up and set it up. Fucking boom, $100 to a woman who's going back to like educate herself at 55 years old. 55, going to become a social worker. Why? Because I've learned it all, I lived it all, so I'm going to give back. So yeah, here's a fucking brand new computer for $100. I would have given it to her, but I needed that exchange of energy. But for what it was worth in that box, brand new, she didn't have to worry about finding a computer for school. She had it. So all that stuff I cluttered out. Sure, I'm going on a whole summer. I didn't touch a kayak. But when that other kayak comes back to me, it will. You know what I mean? Clear out the clutter. Especially if that thing inside of you, it can help someone else. So a lot of people coming online with new gifts, you know, you write suture, sew together, Elsie Darling. A lot of people coming online with new gifts, ready to make clothes, make masks, sell things, but they don't have a sewing machine. So if you're gifting one, donating one, you'll know where you're meant to gift it. You got something that's gathering dust in the corner, like a guitar, that you're going to get to that guitar and play it. You know what? You didn't. You didn't and you haven't. It doesn't mean you'll never play guitar, but if you let go of that guitar, that one that you keep looking at in the corner for the last 15 years and saying, I'm going to play you someday, and you give it to somebody else, just give it away. What you got to give it to your mama. What you got to give it to your papa. You do a little dance and you drink a little water. Just give it away. Why? It was just gathering dust anyways, man. Give it away. Because if you're meant to play the guitar, another guitar is going to come into your reality, or you'll find the exact guitar that makes your fingers ready to play. You know what I mean? So holding on to things right now that are cluttered your life, but that you could be the one that, you know, is the one that makes somebody else be able to access their stuff. Like, that's what the exchange of energy, sharing is caring. That's real. Hoarding and keeping a bunch of stuff because you're going to get to it later, sometimes you're meant to because you will, but sometimes you're not. And by letting go of the old stuff, gives room for the new. That's it. Look at how pretty the cards are today too, eh? I've only pulled 3 for real, and they're all blue. It's all into the blue.
Can I see? Ooh.
I need a step around. I've been sitting for
an hour.
I don't know. I'm getting hungry too.
Me too. Yeah, you haven't got up since you did the mango. I don't. No. No. Yeah, I know. I know.
Do you want me to cut you up something, or why don't you make a sandwich?
I don't really want anything right now.
Okay, good. You're not getting anything.
Maybe I will make something then. And I won't leave anything for you.
Michelle, I keep hearing songs about life being a dream everywhere, commercials, stores, movies, etc. But life is but a dream, sweetheart, and you make it what your thoughts are makes your dreams come true. Elsie, darling, 2 hawks showed up the other day. I pay attention to the birds. I as well, and the crows are very quiet today. The crows are very quiet today. I noticed that. Very quiet. I haven't
seen any pigeons.
I saw a couple earlier, but they're not coming down a lot. But the crows have been very quiet today. There's not one time I took a break. I've been on for 3 hours that the crows. So that's very quiet. It's very quiet for a full moon today. You know what I mean, Elsie? The crows are very quiet. Yes, Michelle, I think these things are clues, Easter eggs we sent to ourselves. Yes, if there's one thing that you can be assured of is that you manifest your own synchronicities. And that's why it's important to know yourself, because nobody can tell you what they are. We can tell you what, no one can say what an angel number means. You can go and see what resonates for you, but seriously, if you're aligned within some of 3/4 of the books that have been written or that are said, you look at it and you're like, nope, that ain't for me. And you back the train, it's not mine. That's not me. And that's where you really know yourself when certain song comes in and it means that you're supposed to turn right, turn left, supposed to go here, go there. You know your highest self is guiding you. I know if I'm on the highway and if I haven't heard something, then I'm meant to turn off the highway. The songs are telling me if I'm meant to go somewhere, if I'm just the songs lead the way. If I'm on a drive for a certain amount of minutes and nothing has come on the radio to sync me up, and if I've looked around and there's nothing, no words, no colors, no specialness, no nothing that syncs with nothing, what am I doing here? It just doesn't even happen to me anymore. My syncs are so solid that the one day last week, I forget, when I was talking specifically about Grant, the company that comes and buys land in Quebec. Boom, the first truck I saw on the highway was Grant. Another day, I left after a live stream to go for a drive. We were talking about Avalon Energy that day. Boom, the truck company was Avalon. Yesterday, one of the sinks, when I got to my coffee shop, which is my safe place, my spot, you know, everybody there, don't matter, they know me, you know, it's not my name, they know me, it's my spot, it's my energy center, it's one of my portals. And boom, it was brother transport. And I was like, boom, holy shit. Like, how did I speak of the masculine yesterday? And how did I speak about, you know, the unity, about the masculine, feminine, the empowerment of men, and what it's like when you have brothers that walk the walk and they're really, truly masculine rising. And then when I got to my safe spot, boom, brothers. You know what I mean? So it's so the knowing that I reprogram my syncs, meaning if I've changed my boundaries of my timelines. So if one day something was going smoothly and then I've put up a boundary, the songs go in accordance to that. So like, let's say I put up a boundary because like, no, I don't, like, me not like you, me love you, me not like you, me not want to talk to you. But then the songs keep coming saying like, oh shit, I'm so sorry, Michelle, but you have one more thing you're meant to fucking do for this fucking soul. And then I'm like, what? What you talking about? Like, fuck. I signed up for way too much shit. Like, I want to give up. I don't want to do that anymore. And then, you know, sources like, but you signed up for it. And, you know, like, I know it's fucking just like, ugh. But you have like estimated timeline of cook, another week of this shit. You have another week of this shit, Angel. You do. But, you're going to be rewarded by other things. So don't expect abundance to fall into your lap. Don't expect that person to be nice to you. But I'm going to send you some more birds, extra squirrels, some free coffee, and okay, thanks. Thanks a lot, soul that planned this shit. Thanks. And that's how, like, the complete exchange that nobody outside of me makes the syncs. Nobody, nothing outside of me can make me turn and go another way. I made my songs since childhood to know what's safe and what's not, where to go and where to turn around, right? Yes, eggs, rebirth. Man, I'm craving eggs. Michelle, thanks for saying that, sweetie. I feel so safe in here to be my authentic self. Thank you. Thank you for being your authentic self in here. Boom, Elsie darling. Here, no way. 55 is another one. Me too. I'm getting... It's okay. I'm getting 22.55 a lot, Elsie darling. The flip, the 2-2 and the 5-5, that it all flips. I get that almost every night, every day. And if it's not in the time, like 22:55 p.m. type of thing, like 100 hours, whatever you say it out loud as, it's some other way. 22:55 flips up for me at least once a day. So that the inversion. Yes, love ball. The white buffalo calf woman brings the peace pipes. And you'll see as well with other people, you know, in a certain alignment about, we're here for the rainbow tribes, the rainbow warrior prophecy. The buffalo symbology images is within the cards that other people pull, or the thumbnail photos, whatever you call it, that people put in their stuff. Everyone right now who is a part of the indigenous prophecies is sharing a buffalo at some point somewhere, and that's that. It's so big. We're all activated and lit, and our keys are coming online more and more every day. 55 is Strong's coordinates, means pure motives. Boom. Thank you. Pure motives. That makes sense that I get the validation every day. The 22 and the 55 that flip. is that no matter how it might look on the outside as a 22 or a 55, my motives are always pure.
John Blue's
And that's how,
Reverence.
just boom. What does a synchronicity mean? Pure motives. Yep. I get the 22, I get the 55, I can flip them. You can turn my numbers inside out. You can dissect them. You can put them in anything. You'll come out that no matter what, how I'm speaking, my motives are pure at all times. All times.
Blue raspberry.
Yeah, love ball. Good for you. Attachments to my stuff was heavy as fuck. Yeah. Oh, Michelle, that's beautiful. This place is like a beautiful quilt or tapestry. The coat of many colors. Yeah. The coat of many colors. That song, by Dolly Parton, I think it is, The Coat of Many Colors. Anybody got to sync with that song? It's really big inside me right now. Right on. Psycho Beats, I have been pulling the exchanging gifts card lately. Cool. Hey, Mazzaroth. 1504. Fuck, I'm only like 12 minutes behind in the chat. No big deal. Hey, lovely lady, just wanted to pop in and say what's up. Wishing you a badass day. It's a badass day indeed. Not even any sunshine. I don't know what breaking the girl is, Michelle. Psycho Beats, similar message to the last card you pulled for me. I thought so, Clear out the clutter. I will start this process today. Right on, sweetie. And enjoy. Enjoy. The lack of attachment to the past is so fun. One of my most favorite things I did, Psycho Beats, was to burn some childhood stuff, my notes. I had kept all my notes from high school. I didn't even go reread them ever in my life. Like, why was I dragging all that stuff around, right? So I burned it all, like, with respect and love, not as in, like, like awesome. And one of the things I did, because where I was, the person didn't want all my stuff. My stuff was considered junk, right? So every time that the landlord would come to his house and look at my stuff, he would say, like, you just have junk, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't have fancy gargoyles that are made of marble from fucking India at all. I have, driftwood that I've gathered. So my stuff was junk. So I enjoyed burning a lot of things that were my deepest treasures. A part of me wanted to hide them around the property and put things around, but I was told from within they're just going to get taken and destroyed anyways. So take the time to burn them as the offering for having had all the driftwood, certain nests and certain things. I burned it as the goodbye to that part and the hello to the other. Elsie, Anthony asked me out once. I declined. True story. Honey, you know what? I get it. If people had any clue of the shit I've declined in my life, they'd be like, what? I would have taken that in a heartbeat. And it's like, no, maybe you would have, but I didn't, right? I didn't. I get it, Elsie. Swear to baby Jesus, yeah. Flea is an amazing bassist. Yeah, I love Flea. Met them a couple of times. I was a bassist. Right on, Elsie. Big Stir says, Elf and everyone else here, much love to you as well. These chats are life-changing. Wow, thank you, sweetie. Merci. I appreciate that. Elsie says, life-centering for me. Ooh, I like that. Life-centering. That's cool. No accidents. Exactly, Michelle. As the crow flies. Elsie, the crows are quiet here now that you mention that. I know what you mean. 'Tis why I'm here. Why hide? Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that you're noticing the crows are quiet too. Her girly giggle makes my day every time. Thank you, Lily Rose. When you giggle in the background. Yes, Elsie, we had the yellow sun yesterday, yellowish white. Miss the yellow sun, it's coming back. I feel it. Yeah. Elsie, I as well. As you say, I keep hearing "Here Comes the Sun." I'm so mean. I can be really mean with my synchronicities. So meaning I keep having "Here Comes the Sun" pop up and I just ignore it. I just don't want to hear it. It's like, oh my gosh, could I get another song? You gotta play with your syncs. They're your own, right? But yeah. Thanks, Love Ball. Love when you come in. Thanks for sharing your energy with us. Yeah, but an awakening means life, a true rebirth. It does feel good to connect with others on this level, eh, Michelle? Yeah. Raised from the dead, rainbow auras. Yes, Elsie, darling. You guys remember that song, Coat of Many Colors? Right on. Ooh, Love Ball. Isn't it Daniel in the Technicolor Dreamcoat? Boom. Sync, Daniel. 10% battery. I'm going to be done soon. I'm not flipping today. Breaking the Girl is a song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yes.
You're the best.
Me too. Elsie, darling. Thank you for writing that. From what I understand, you write, from what I understand, the awakening process will last about 5 years. And boom, just last night, I had that specific thing as well come up, that the awakening process will last about 5 years, till 2025 on a certain level. But that on another level, certain souls are in like an accelerated and nothing shall deter from certain things coming into fruition, so that we way showers can help bring the timeline come through within the next 4 years. So meaning the process, it's not that it's necessarily over, but the up level of certain things in order to be able to bring through for the next 4 years. So within the next 6 months, healing centers will be open and operational in certain strategic places where there are people ready to do the work. Because the thing is everybody wants to be with everybody else and everybody wants to be blah, blah, blah. But you have to be ready to trust people and to be on a certain frequency. So, they're not going to pop up all over the world and everywhere in an abundance state, but just enough for certain timelines to actually come into fruition, meaning certain souls have to attain something in order for the other souls to be able to have the things that they need as information coming through, or like healing centers available, such things. And this full moon is going to bring a lot of divine unions into complete like beginning and action states. Why? Because people need the examples of real true love and intimacy, and there's not enough being shown. There's not enough being shown right now. Right now, we're still lost in a twin flame program where it's okay to, where certain things are still okay on a certain level. So the next 6 months is going to be about true unions coming into purpose-driven action together, so that the examples of what true union is start to be shown, instead of just the perpetuation of the twin flame runner, chaser, longing, yearning. The full circle of, seeing people go through their journey. So meaning seeing people do the inner work, but then watching and being able to have the stories told of what it's like to come into union and how it's different, how there is no codependency that needs to be proved, shown, and told as a true story, not just, supposed. So that's the beauty of the timelines coming in, and that's why the know thyself. Anything that's meant to detract you from your journey is just a distraction. Don't allow the distractions, the reactions, in order to bring forth, being a part of the telling of the new stories, not the old stories. Does that make sense? Yes, love ball, lots of serendipity. I love you too, Michelle. Me too. I'm so glad our paths crossed literally and figuratively. True gnosis. Gnosis. Yeah. Thank you for saying that, Elsie darling. During the awakening process, we will be invisible to many. Definitely my experience. Thanks for mentioning it, Elsie. I probably wouldn't have thought of it if you hadn't written that down. Thank you. Yes, so that's definitely part of it. Anyone who's been on this journey long enough, you've already lived it, that thing of being in public, and sometimes you're almost the only one, or only certain people even show up for you, and only certain interactions are asked of you, where so yeah. And that's the also because depending on how we've been planned, a lot of us have the knowing of, like, holy shit, I'm completely invisible, like, or only 3 people see me, only that one child sees me in all of this room. It's real. And so depending on who we are, some of us, we've had so much little things happen that we already know. Certain things, like I've said before, like, it's really beautiful. We want to protect ourselves and put shields up, but if you shield your car too much, you can be on the highway and almost get slammed by a truck because you're not aware of how strong you are shielding your car. But you can't shield your car in a way that makes it invisible to other people, eh? If you do that, then they can't see you. That's real. So you're not all of a sudden having a bad day when people are trying to run into you and people are being dicks and everybody's out of control driving. You've actually shielded yourself so much that your car's not visible. Little learning trick from, me, who didn't realize I was so protecting everything that I was making my car invisible as well, not just me. It's important. Know thyself. Know thyself. The cloak of invisibility. Yes. And the cloak of invisibility comes with the full knowing that it's not a jester coat. You don't just put that on and go in places and change timelines or hurt the mojo around you. It's just a natural part of who we are. It's just a practice, a self practice of it's just a knowing, right? And you can bypass and play with that, but certain things aren't bypassable and playable with now. So I pity the fools who still try to cast magic and cast spells, or to try to lure or try to seduce. Like, holy shit, you are fucked, buddy. You know what I mean? Like, I really try to be gentle on people that are trying to do certain things, of like, hey, are you shitting yourself, eh? Are you sure you want to be talking to me this way? Like, do you realize you already started to perpetuate something? Ooh, I can't imagine. You know what I mean? Like, don't put out mojo that you want to be doing stuff, because it's going to bounce back at you. It really is. Really is. Model the behavior you want to witness in the world. Yes. Michelle says, I think it's time now to up our protections. For me, it's different. I'm asked to be completely wide open, arms like starfish are wide open with full discernment up. Meaning that discernment means that I don't feel I'm being triggered. I'm just aware that people aren't in certain frequency, if that makes any sense at all. So, arms wide open means I don't need to shield myself because anything that comes is needed, and I'm not going to react and be triggered because the awareness that, you know, the shit show is going to play itself out, and the lighter that I am, the more stuff wants to like hit the light. So, okay, hit me with your best shot and let's see what I need to perpetuate back at you so that, you know, this starts to transmute, right? So when you get the typical stuff that usually could have been a trigger, then it's just not anymore because you're in the flow of it, realizing that I really would rather never play this role again for anybody, but shit, I'm expert level at it now. I don't even get triggered by it, and I can just allow it to flow through. So as much as I'm really innocent and naive, and I thought like, boom, my rebirth on the 22nd of January where I feel completely different is going to make it, I have a different role. I have a different role. Certain things can't come into my reality because I'm different. And it's just the opposite. Fuck. Yeah, Rude Awakening, we're the 28th, 6 days of Rude Awakening. No. Certain things are going to come because now I'm expert level and it's not supposed to bother me. Oh, shit. Yeah. So here we go. Okay, I get it. So once we learn, you know, certain things, then it's going to happen more. Not because it's a trigger, not because I'm manifesting it, but because I'm so good at helping somebody transmute that shit that bring it on to Mama Bear. Right? And how I do it, paving the way for something that's a little gentler, kinder than a other way of doing it is, you know, it's cray-cray. Okay, I'm gonna pull. Three. Thank you, sweetie. I would have missed it. I'm not looking at the timestamps.
Yo, yeah. 2333
Boom.
today.
Elsie, darling, I said earlier the crows were not singing very loudly today. Here's the crow, fell right out on my lap at 3:33 Eastern Time, 6% battery. Boom. As I said 6, the battery went down to 5.
That's another 5.
Get out of here for sure. Can't make this up, eh? Boom, the crow.
Today.
The crow spirit says you're right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The laws of abundance, compensation. Compensation, that's important. Elsie, darling, we've been angels in fucking overtime for a heck of a long time. When the timelines decided, like, hey, this is what we decide as a collective, we've been in overtime and compensation is coming. What's overtime? Overtime is when you work at a job all fucking year long and every single thing you do, you don't get extra at the end of the week. You don't get extra at the end of the day. But compensation is when it's been that full year, holy shitballs. You either got like 2 or 3 solid weeks of extra vacation or a shitload of money coming in. That's what compensation is. Angels have been working mega overtime. And what I was saying earlier, the ones that had the faith, that did the surrender, that are just completely accepting that, yeah, this fucking sucks. I didn't expect all these fucking extra months of having to put up with this fucking shit. Well, guess what? We're allowed to talk like that because it ain't funny. We know our souls signed up for this, but we didn't expect, and we were done. We've been done a few fucking times. Right, Elsie? We've been done a few fucking times. So compensation, it's real. And 3/4 of compensation has nothing to do with abundance coming in. It's the flow of finding safe people to talk to and knowing I didn't do all this for fucking years to all of a sudden have nobody who understands and nobody I can reach out to and nobody who like completely gets where we're at and that we are co-creating a new world. So the compensation is having this, the flow of being in a live stream and being able to get all that out. That's already big time compensation. Think about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 2 months ago, when you had no clue if when you were crying out, somebody actually hears and was holding you, but now you know. Now you know. You can disappear off YouTube for fucking ever, but me still thinking about you, me still connected to you, no matter what. We've proved that to each other through 2 years or 1 year, depending on how long like we've been in my timeline, that don't matter if we never talk 3D and never exchange emails and never talk about any of our stories. We're still there in the background anchoring each other in ways that defies words and nobody can stop us from, no matter where they are. No matter where. Nobody can stop me from holding space for someone else when they're in the background and they're feeling like they're done and I'm sitting there holding their hair saying, yeah, you're allowed to be done if you want, baby girl. You're allowed. Because that's how good I hold space. You are allowed to be done. But are you sure? Are you sure? You did all that. You did all that. You got this. You got this. And then come back. Because 3/4 right now is the choice of the ones that, like, that we've been here for a long time and we know. We know the fucking puppet show. And enough. Because we also know that if we decide to transition, every single person that doesn't want to like sync up and listen to the shit, then we're like fucking in their head like all the time. Right? So is it braver to stay and to keep going or to become the angel in the back like fucking Milky Way? Right? If you're part of Brian Barnett right now, you know it's very powerful. And the tones, everything just changed for me. So, it's really important. I know you know. I can't wait to dance with you, Elsie, darling. I can't wait to dance with you. I love you guys. I'm gonna stop. My battery's at 2%. I know I didn't finish reading the words, but I've been on for 3:38. My tummy's hungry, and that's it for today, for now. Have a beautiful full moon. Happy Thursday. Happy Freya's Day Eve. Free your mind. The rest will follow.